Fort George Island. Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the boot. E.T. is in the boot, my brother. Rise and shine. Go time on a Monday morning. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. Not on social media if I were. I would shoot just one little, like, slightly trolly, jabby tweet if I were. Hashtag blame Herb Street. Up and at 'em here on a Monday morning, and what just happened, huh? Florida State goes on the road, so to speak, to double on the road. Not kind. So much to dissect from, man, just disappointing. And I mean, we're 48 hours just about out from that upset over there in the Emerald Isle. And we had these games before, right? And you're a fan either of the team that does this or this happens too. But it came out that first drive and just so steamrolled down the football field that you couldn't help but wonder for a second, oh, what's this going to be, like 48-10? I thought all week that Georgia Tech was a improving team. I did not know this mentality that their head coach Brent Key has pounded in them awful quick. Because the most surprising thing about the 24-21 loss, and among all the surprises, is I can't believe that FSU was out physicaled by Georgia Tech. I can't believe that unbelievable transformation has happened in just a year. It's supposed to be one of the strengths of the football team. Got a couple of all ACC guys on that defensive line. And they certainly didn't play like it. And, well, look, it's a long season. It's first game. Who knows? Maybe Georgia Tech has arrived. That quarterback, he's Tebow light, isn't he? He plays like Tebow. Like, he'll run enough to get you important yards. He's not ever going to be that, flashy Jaden Daniels taking 80 yards for a touchdown. But Haynes King just keeps that offense going downfield. Makes just enough plays to get them where they have to be. And ultimately, that was in field goal range. That a big mistake there on that bungled shotgun snap. It looked like FSU might dodge a bullet, get this thing to overtime. At some point, you expect the talent to win out, and Saturday, that didn't happen. FSU is the more talented team. Here's what I think happened, okay? And listen to how I'm saying this. They were guilty of overlooking Georgia Tech, and I don't mean it like in the traditional way. I don't mean they're counting it as a W. They're Florida State. They're Georgia Tech. That's not how overlooking Georgia Tech lost in the game. Here's how I think it lost in the game. That overlooking came back to bite them because it was as if there was no plan B. Mike Norvell and FSU went into that game. Sure, they were going to win the line of scrimmage. Were they going to be perfect? No. Were they going to, unveil some high-flying passing attack? No. But because of the lines of scrimmage, 60 minutes will be enough for Florida State to win the game. And it wasn't. And so I think they misevaluated how close in talent and trenches and that trench warfare part of Saturday's game, Georgia Tech was to them. And because that distance was actually, they were ahead of them. Georgia Tech out-physicaled Florida State. They shut down FSU's running game after that first drive. And did they run for 200 yards? Tech ran for 190, I think, maybe. I mean, they ran on them all afternoon. And at times when they needed 3 yards, they could hand it off and get 3 yards. And so just a massively disappointing start. You're going to hear from Mike Norvell coming up this hour. Look, the good news is it doesn't completely bury you. You got to go now and search for some answers real quick. When you lose to Georgia Tech like that, a neutral field game, what happens is suddenly Boston College isn't a layup anymore. I don't know where the layup is. SMU didn't exactly wow us with their performance on Saturday night against Nevada. They did escape with a win last second, the new ACC squad, but people had pointed towards that FSU at SMU. Look, you got the 3 ranked opponents as we sit now. You got Clemson, Miami, and Notre Dame. At the Gators at the end of the year, we'll see how they look, and we'll see how Miami looks when those two hook up in their season openers come Saturday. So a terribly disappointing start, not just because you lost the game, but because it didn't feel like a fluke. And so if it doesn't feel like a fluke, the ACC reality is, at least based on what Georgia Tech is and what they've been and what they usually are, you just lost a game to a middle-of-the-pack ACC team. That wasn't an opener against Notre Dame. You didn't open in Death Valley against Clemson. You opened against a team that the last time they beat an ACC team ranked in the top 10, it was you, and it was 10 years ago. So this, what were they, 12.5-point favorites? A big upset. And I think they were just, and I don't even want to use the word guilty. I don't think necessarily it was a cardinal sin. I think it was you got a quarter and a half through that game, Mike Norvell and the staff, and you're never going to visually, demonstrate it maybe on your face, and you're not going to vocally say it. But let me tell you what happened about a quarter and a half into that game. You ready? Uh-oh. Damn, we're getting pushed around. We got breakfast with Boselli today. It's a question that we also have about the Jaguars' offensive line. And for you FSU fans, you can derive something out of this answer to this question, and it's this. Technique, formation, execution, game plan. I can see ways to massage all of those things for an offensive or defensive line. How do you improve physicality? Right? Like, how do you improve it? I mean, if you see the linemen play for a year, sometimes 2-3 years, like we're concerned with the Jaguars' offensive line's physicality. Listen, you don't have to have the most physical offensive line to win football games. And you could have won and would have won, and here is the last. But anyway, the question for Tony is, so what do you do? Like if you're FSU and you just got out-physicaled by Georgia Tech, what's the path to that part improving? We'll see. Maybe there is an easy answer, and I just don't know. And now let me take you back full circle to the reality of Florida State. And by the way, it's not the first time this cycle has happened. And for Florida State and Florida, this success is a mirror image, okay? FSU 4 years ago wasn't good at all. 3 years ago, they started to show signs. Jordan Travis went from being, not very good, okay, developing. That development continued in 2022 as Jordan Travis got better. The FSU football team, its national ranking, its competitive ability rose with Jordan Travis. By the end of 2022, Jordan Travis was a really good quarterback. FSU had gone on a run. He had turned the corner, and now the Noles were positioned going into last year to be a legitimate playoff contender. And Jordan Travis continued to get better, and now Jordan Travis is one of the best quarterbacks in all college football. Maybe not the best pro prospect, not going to be a top 5, but for college football, he's one of the best quarterbacks in college football. And they ride him and his abilities because with him, those running backs are better. With him, those receivers are getting drafted. And they ride Jordan Travis, his crescendo, until the awful, terrible, unbelievable bad luck of tearing up his leg late in the year. And when Jordan Travis got hurt, FSU was once again looked like a 6-6 football team, going back and forth with a pitiful Florida team, really, in Gainesville. That's not the kind of team that with Jordan Travis goes into Florida and wins 48-10 on their way to playing in the playoff. Then against Louisville, struggled enough offensively, and that what we saw in the game on Saturday, and it's not fair, they lost 15 guys, 10 to the NFL, but it was this recognition by the playoff committee of what Jordan Travis meant to that football team. And so now you're 0-1 with the next quarterback. And if you want to be Bama, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson when they were. If you want to be that team that is a year in, year out presence, is expected, gets ranked in the top 5 to start the year, got to prove you can do it with more than what was a generational quarterback for you. And I'll sum up that point like this. Florida State has won 3 national championships in their glorious history. They put dozens upon dozens into the pros. They've won countless awards at individual positions. They won 3 national championships. They won one in 1993. Would you like to know who the quarterback was? Charlie Ward. You want to know what he did that year? He won the Heisman. They won it again in 1999. You want to know who the quarterback was? It's Chris Winkie. You want to know what he did that year? He won the Heisman. They won it again in 2013. You want to know who the quarterback was? It's Jameis Winston. You want to know what he did? He won the Heisman. Yeah, it's not an opinion. For Florida State, in the history of college football, to win a national championship, they have to have a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. And Jordan Travis wasn't going to win the Heisman last year. He was good enough to let them keep playing until the very end, and somebody had to beat them rather than their season ending as understandably for FSU fans, disappointingly as it did. And by the way, I'm not picking on you, FSU. Florida's won 3 national titles. Their first one was in 1996. Their quarterback was Danny Werfel. He won the Heisman. And then they won national titles in 06-08. Those weren't Heisman years for Tim Tebow, but he was a Heisman Trophy-winning quarterback who led him in 08 and played a big part even as a freshman, or a part even as a freshman. So at Florida State and Florida, if you win a national title, you have a Heisman Trophy winner on your roster. 5 of the 6, he's the starter, and the 6, he's a big-time contributor. Think it's safe to say, DJ, you ain't winning the Heisman. Let's come back and talk about a much happier prospect. Could you feel any better about your Jaguars leaving the preseason? Could we feel any better? What could this team have done in the preseason to make you feel any better about them heading into the regular year? We understand the balance of power when it comes to the talent that's on the field for these preseason games, and especially we knew Friday was not any sort of Friday. This is not based on Friday, although Friday happened like it was supposed to happen. They had fumbled and stumbled around and won 13-10 against the Falcons' third teamer. The stadium would be on fire, but they didn't. First team went out and mopped them up like it was a college team. And then the Jags cruised to a 30. Easy money. It's too bad we talk the talk and don't walk the walk. Oh, a little change on that one, even preseason. Oh, it's free money, free stuff. So let's hear from Doug Peterson. Let's get a State of the Union here. Made 10 cuts yesterday. There was 1 or 2 names that may be recognizable for you. We'll get into that a little bit as well. Preseason overall has ended. Football Fix coming up later this hour. Not going to pull a Hicken and sneak into the facility deep in the heart of the night thinking that security cameras won't catch me and destroy the wheel. I'm going to take my punishment of losing Brunch with the Tours year-long golf picks by doing apparently what was agreed upon. I'm going to spin that wheel, so that's coming at some point. That's the last thing I'm going to say about it. Everyone else can take care of it from there. But, yeah, that fun will be coming. Super. Can't wait. All right. Keegan Bradley, by the way, won on tour yesterday. And I'll just say this. We'll go to break. We'll come back with some ball. What a month it's been for Lydia Ko. Y'all know who Lydia Ko is? Lydia Ko is an LPGA golfer. She's probably a Hall of Famer. At one point, she was the number 1 player in the world, but it's been a while. She hasn't been the hot name for a while. But, boy, she has been the hot player this month. Lydia Ko won Olympic gold in Paris earlier this month. And now yesterday wrapped up the final major of the year for the lady. She won the British Women's Open. Pretty good little month for Lydia Ko. Gold medal. Do they give a claret jug to the women? To the woman? Maybe. Perhaps. I don't know. Come back with stuff I do know. And that's Jaguars football. Next on the Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval
Proz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
There's a new one-stop shop for all things Gators. Subscribe to the 1010XL Gators YouTube channel. Up-to-the-minute updates, instant reaction from Gainesville, plus the same 1010XL Gators podcast you've grown to know. And check out 1010XL Gators on YouTube.
At Hodges Mazda, what Mazda moves you? Find out. Lauren Brooks here. Come test drive the Mazda CX-90, engineered to fit your lifestyle. Take advantage of 1.9% APR for up to 72 months on a 2024 Mazda CX-90, the largest three-row SUV that Mazda offers. Our professional non-commissioned sales team always puts your best interest first, and you'll get 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com to discover the Hodges Mazda difference. See dealer for details. Terms and fees for qualified applicants expire September 3rd, 2024.
Hey, gang, get here for Zero Res. You know how hot it is outside. Many of us stay inside, go to the pool. Well, my friends at Zero Res are heating things up. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs, but they also clean luxury vinyl planking. We like to call that LVP. Tile and grout, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Right now, hottest price of the year. 25% off all hard floor cleaning. That's 25% off tile, LVP, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Joe C. for Hard Rock Bet. It's the sports book for every kind of player. Straightforward, simple enough for the first-time bettor, but built with all the features experienced players expect. Plus, try it now. If your first bet doesn't hit, you'll get a bonus bet back up to $100. Easy deposits and fast withdrawals. PayPal, Venmo, and more. All you have to do to get started is download the Hard Rock Bet app. Go online, hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool.
Feeling the heat, Jacksonville? Cool down with Bold City Heating and Air. From repairs to energy-efficient installs, we do it all. Family-owned and trusted since 2016, we offer clear pricing, NATE-certified techs, and unbeatable service. Call Bold City Heating and Air today and experience the bold difference.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
XL Prime Time, noon to 3 on 1010XL.
This is Chelsea with Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Here's what people are saying about working with us.
Installers were professional, courteous, and efficient.
Great customer service. On time, explained the process, and walked me through the installation. Amazing team.
Our experience with Renewal by Anderson was outstanding from the beginning to end.
Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors.
This is David Lane. After suffering through several painful injuries to my shoulder, back, and knees, I've taken my issues to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and without fail, they've been a tremendous help towards solving my problems. If you have any orthopedic situations, don't procrastinate. Take action today. Give those aches and pains to the pros at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. You'll be glad you did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Before termites attack your home or business and cause costly damage, Terminix it. At Terminix, we know how to stop termites. These destructive pests have been around for millions of years, but before they show up, so do we. And their time is up. Don't live with a termite problem? Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com. Terminix it.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Satisfied that all is well with your business operations? If your IT security and print management is working, you must have hired ABS, Advanced Business Solutions, your local Xerox copier dealer. ABS, Advanced Business Solutions.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
He drops to throw. Trevor looks. Fires to the back of the end zone. That ball is caught for the touchdown. In the back of the end zone, Evan Ingram for the score. A 6-yard touchdown pass.
I'm talking wow. Wow, what a throw.
I mean, whatever you were trying to do as a football team Friday night, and this could be a walkthrough against air. This doesn't mean anything when we get to, quote, week 10 of the season. I get it. No one's saying it is. You'd rather look good in the preseason than bad. A show of hands? Is there a counter argument? You know, we've kind of said this game to game to game. They look pretty buttoned up. They've looked pretty doggone just for what they're doing. Never mind what the opponent is. Those are the bottom of the roster Atlanta Falcons, many of whom won't be in the NFL by Sunday and cut down day. But for what you asked Trevor Lawrence to do in 2 possessions, he did. 8 of 10, almost 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, passer rating of a zillion. And then you finished off the first half. Mac, you go in. Hey, you throw me a touchdown too. And he did. Finished 13 of 18, 113, a touchdown, 106 rating. They just thoroughly and completely shut down the Falcons. I mean, again, you should when you played your first against their third, but this looks like a college mismatch. 412 total yards to 157. Jags piled up 30 first downs. Falcons had 8. Again, this is what it should look like when you play your starters for, a quarter. Not even a quarter, maybe? Trevor, you make it to a quarter? I don't know. They had the ball they just marched down the field each and every time they had it. If you're going to pick it apart, not much pass rush shown the other day. And what was, other than that, a dominant effort. But again, it is what it is. Doesn't mean if you're Doug Peterson that you can't say exactly what I'm saying. When you go out on the field, you try and do what, counts best for your football team. Playing good, no matter the matchups in the preseason, that's a goal. And it's a goal that really was accomplished all 3 times the Jags played their preseason sked.
I thought both offensively and defensively the starters did a nice job, coming in. And it's always tough, I know, when on those guys because you just don't know how long you're going to play. But for them, especially offensively, to come in and get the 2 scores like they did and put some good drives together early, was good to see. And then defensively the same way, being able to get those stops and come off the field. And I just thought all night was, and even when the backups and the young guys played, they played hard and fast, and proud of everybody for the way they competed tonight.
Yeah, and I don't know. We don't really draw any real conclusions until we get to the regular season when there's the urgency of the game mattering, right? At the end of the day, go 3-0, go 0-3. Doesn't matter hill beans to what you're going to be. But, this movement of Press Taylor from the press box down to the sideline, he has, talked about how much he likes it. This offense has been in sync. It seems to, maybe there's a communication that's sped up just a little bit by him being down there. I mean, we haven't had a lot of hurried moments, have we? Where, oh my gosh, oh wait, the clock's at 5 already. Hey, everybody get ready, clap. Quarterback stomping his foot like a mule and clapping hysterically. No, they've kept it pretty much in sync. And Doug Peterson talked about the communication that it takes to do that. Sure, they're playing backups, but you want to see what they've been seeing, no matter what the matchups have been this preseason. But there's also this, and we all know it. It's about getting your team pointed toward when the games matter.
I think we're on track. I don't think that we're a finished product, or we're still working on some things, in all three phases. But it was a good preseason. It was tough. It was physical on them. I thought they handled it extremely well. It showed obviously in their play. These 3 games, but now, quite honestly, that it doesn't matter, right? It's we have to get ready for Miami.
So it is the Miami Dolphins, September 8th. So that is what? That'll be just a week from this Sunday.
That's correct. Yeah.
So basically, it's like we're in the season. We're going into our bye week, man. Football is here, baby. Got underway on the college side. Certainly a disappointing beginning for Florida State. The Canes and Gators play this week at the Swamp. Georgia and Clemson play this weekend. This weekend, LSU and USC will match up. Big Ten versus SEC. We got Texas A&M and Notre Dame. They'll play this weekend rather. And then I say Sunday, a week from Sunday, because we're waiting on our Jags. But really, it's a week from Thursday, right? You get that NFL opener. Don't forget, there's a Friday game this year. Eagles Packers from Brazil. It is time for some football.
There's college football this Thursday, too.
Yeah.
It's like Rutgers, Howard plays.
There's a couple of games.
And NC State's playing.
I was so jonesing for football. I ended up watching I'd say most of that SMU-Nevada game. SMU pulled that one out of the fire. It looked like their first game as an ACC member was not going to be put into the good memory file, but they did pull that one out at the last minute. All right, just a couple other Jags notes. They ran for 100 each and every preseason game, but, man, they went for, was it 200 the other night? Everybody they put in there was running at 5-6 yards a clip, whether it was the ETN or Tank Bigsby or Dearness Johnson. They put the Brightwell kid in. He ran it for 5 yards a pop. Team did make some cuts yesterday. They got to get down from 90 to 53. 10 removed from the roster yesterday. They have different designations. I mean, there's waivers. There's I don't know. There's flat-out cuts. But among the 10 that are gone, the only 2 names that really stood out to me, one is this Breeland Speaks guy. He's former second-rounder of the Chiefs. He led the Spring League in sacks, and he was the Spring League Defensive Player of the Year and flashed a little bit through camp. I imagine they try and stash him on the practice squad, but for a team that is it's certainly unproven in getting to the quarterback, outside of those 2 who got there a lot last year, I guess Armstead has some track record, but, don't kid, Armstead's not coming in with some reputation as a double-digit sack guy. He's a good player. He'll get you 7. So I'd still feel we kind of need their edge, another edge rusher. But nonetheless, Speaks let go, and then Tavon
Campbell.
Yeah, Tavon Campbell gets released. He has been forced to play in this secondary a little bit the last couple years. Not made any kind of, huge impact by. But if you saw, T. Campbell, no, settle down. We're good. What? Why would they do that? If you know, you know. All right, let's go back to a little bit of Mike Norvell, who, look, there's no good answer here. It's just depressing. Can you imagine that flight home? Oh, man, what a depressing cross-Atlantic trip that must be. And here is Mike Norvell right as it happened.
For our football team, it's about, where our response goes from here. And, obviously it's, we're all hurt. I mean, you come, you work, you want to start off the season a certain way. We came up short of that tonight.
It's a challenge that can be hard to get your guys to really latch onto. I mean, when you lose the first game of the year, I don't care what, in football, in a short season, you feel like you've shot the season in the foot already. Now, you got to get used to the mindset that you can and by the way, FSU, even in the old system, would still have its goals in front of you. It's not that you can't still get there. It's if you're sitting in my seat, it's the confidence and belief that this team, with what we saw, the talent level and otherwise, is good enough to get there. But Mike Norvell says it's just one game.
We've got to take a step as a football team and not let this one game define the outcome of what our season will be. We get to respond, and here in a week from now you get to play another ACC opponent, and we got to go get better. And it's going to come down to the work and the overall execution of details of fundamentals and making that happen here next Monday.
I think the biggest surprise, they just look. You weren't sure what you were going to get from DJU, and what you got doesn't give you a lot of optimism, right? I mean, he's not going to lose games for you, but he did. We just saw right there made a couple of nice fourth down play. Mike Norvell didn't have his best game. By the way, just the stupidness of society today, and I would never make a big deal out of this, but this was a headline in Athlon. Okay. We got to stop letting these little fan opinions. They're like message board posts that get headlines and billing as if it's a journalist story. Fans calling for Mike Norvell's to step down? What? Hey, Athlon, you're better than this. Tell Jimmy Jinks here, your 19-year-old beat correspondent, to come up from eating pinto beans and mom's and give him a talking to. There is at least at some point some expected standard of journalism, man. And listen, you want to put it on Twitter, okay, we all understand. I can't link to a quote article that's got an Athlon banner on the top that indicates that FSU fans are ready to dump Mike Norvell. I mean, come on, man. Yoda, you ready to dump Mike Norvell? Time to move on. We got a despondent FSU fan over there in the corner. He's been awful mouthy the last couple of years, Gibby. We got him quiet here on this Monday morning. All right.
What can you say?
With good reason. Unfortunately, the way sports works, those reasons ain't round. Those reasons ain't in the room this morning. All right. There's Mike Norvell. The Noles got to bounce back. Labor Day night game, don't they? They get the game on Labor Day night against Boston College. It's Bill O'Brien. Boston College, I promise you, they're looking at that Georgia Tech game tape. And they're saying, all right, maybe we can beat these guys in the trenches.
Why not us? Georgia
Tech was content to let, their running game and their Tebow Light quarterback. That's what that guy reminds me of, Haynes King. He's like Tebow Light. He's not, he doesn't, his running is 1,000 paper cuts, man. 7-yarder when you need 4, 12-yarder when you need 7. Keep a play alive, scatter around, throw across and off his body. Never looks textbook perfect, but they're, getting the ball down the field. So, anyway, rough start for FSU Nation, that's for sure. Let's take you through jam-packed headline board of National Football League news. We've got a football fix when we return. You're listening to The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars open up the season a week from Sunday at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami against the Dolphins as 3.5-point road underdogs. College football coming up on Saturday. Florida Gators a 2.5-point underdog in the Swamp against the Miami Hurricanes, a total 54. Florida State Monday looks to bounce back from its loss to Georgia Tech in Dublin, laying 18 at home against Boston College. Baseball today, the Braves a slight $1.12 favorite at Minnesota and Bailey over 7.5 over the total. Tampa Bay Rays plus 105 at Seattle today, minus 125. 7 under at T-Mobile Park. Bet smarter with Juice Reel. It's free in the App Store. Juice, R-E-E-L. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Oh, no.
You okay in there?
Toilet's backed up. It won't flush.
Okay, I'll call the pros.
The tank isn't filling. The handle does nothing. Run for your life.
Don't be so dramatic. Duck Duck Rooter will fix it.
For any plumbing issue, call Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing professionals, and proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Hey, I can hear from my friends at Lockhart Construction. That's a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his pops, his guys, all from here, taking care of people who live here. People like the Hickens who needed a new bathroom. We called Lockhart, and voila, we had a new bathroom. They're fast, friendly, affordable, and they're clean. They're terrific. I can't say enough good things about Lockhart. They've done my son's siding. Tremendous. Looks like a brand new house. You unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. Their family gives your family a better living experience. So if you have a construction need, a remodel, thought, an idea, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. That's how he works. It's real easy. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
Jennifer, Luxury has a new address in Jacksonville.
Oh, do tell, John.
Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard. We've got over 40 Cadillac Lyrics in stock.
40? That's incredible. Any color you want?
You bet. Pick your color and drive away today. Plus, we're giving away a free home charger with every Lyric.
Fantastic. Anything else?
How about a car you'll never have to change the oil on?
No oil changes ever? Now that's luxury.
Randy Marion Cadillac, where Jacksonville meets luxury.
Visit us today on Southside Boulevard and tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Injured in an accident? Have mounting medical bills? Can't work? Don't worry. Zach's got your back. I'm Zach Von Rowan of Von Rowan Law. I will fight for the compensation that you deserve. Set up your free consultation at zachsgotyourback.com.
Mia here. Are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just head on over to mybookie.ag, sign up, and you're ready to rock. When you bet with MyBookie, you're not just watching the games, folks. You're investing in every moment of the action. I'll say it from experience. A few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting of the season. Literally, every catch, every sack, and every touchdown is another way to hit pay dirt using MyBookie. Don't forget to use promo code 1010XL when you sign up in order to claim up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. And don't forget that promo code 1010XL.
He'll help you find the fish.
Bite's gonna pick up pretty soon.
Captain Kevin and the Wing Power Fishing Forecast Show.
Yeah!
Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Veterans Wholesale Cabinets.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
David Ammon here with Zero Res. So Ammon, your mom mentioned it's been a year since we did a complete house cleaning. The kitchen tile and living room floors are looking pretty dingy. It's time to call Zero Res.
That's right. Most folks know that Zero Res does an amazing job at cleaning their carpets and rugs, but they don't know that Zero Res can clean their tile and grout, LVP, and wood floors.
And right now, Zero Res is offering 25% off all hard floor cleaning. Zero Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
C-E-R-O, Zero Res.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Tiffany Mapp in Jacksonville at 683-8368.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation. Light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jaguars went over the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game. Has head coach Doug Peterson feeling the team is ready?
I thought both offensively and defensively the starters did a nice job because you just don't know how long you're going to play, but for them, it was good to see.
If the Jags are to have any success offensively, the O-line needs to play at a high level, and it appears headed in that direction, says Doug Peterson.
I thought it was good. I thought overall they did a nice job in Atlanta, threw some pressures at it. Overall, I thought they played well.
The Jaguars have gotten an early start on getting their roster down to 53 players. According to the NFL Network, the Jags have released veteran wide receiver Denzel Mims. Jaguars signed Mims in June ahead of training camp. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
She drops the throw. Looking, fires, looks time to the end zone. That ball's going to be caught for the touchdown. Evan Ingram again. He's got 2 scores, and Jacksonville leads it by 2 scores.
Well, we can say this as we get ready to head into the regular season opener. The Trevor Lawrence to Evan Ingram connection seems to be in midseason form. Boy, 2 pretty touchdowns for Evan Ingram, and an offense, man, that even without Christian Kirk is just, they're getting around. Parker Washington's played well. Brian Thomas Jr. made a nice catch the other day. You're going to have Gabe Davis and what he can do middle of the field. But really, I mean, the guy who's caught more balls from Trevor Lawrence than anybody else is that tight end.
I just think it comes with the 3 years that they've been together, honestly, and the time spent. Trevor knows exactly where he's going to be, and Evan runs extremely good routes, and he's very disciplined there and detailed. So it's just a complementary piece to our offense, and it was good to see them connect tonight.
All right, it is the Jaguars will have to cut down another 25, 30 guys. There's going to be some roster finessing around the league, and all teams kind of keep their eyes open for, whether their contract situations or otherwise. There'll be some impactful football players that change teams here, as some will decide to go in a different direction. They're going to decide to go young, and now there'll be an 8-year veteran in the interior offensive line who's available or otherwise. So we shall see. Our Jaguars coverage is, I don't know, it's the best in the business on Monday mornings. Unless you're going to go somewhere else, get Tony Boselli every Monday, 7:15, Fred Taylor every Monday, 8:30. Unless you're going to go back. Tony open the hole, Fred take it to the house. That's every Monday here during the Jaguars football season. And, man, just so excited to get things kicked off here in a little less now than 2 weeks. All right, fire up the band, Gibby. We got a football fix. Let's give you some news and notes from around the National Football League. It's brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. There's a Hall of Fame coach of an all-pro dream team. Let Mandy get your insurance situation sorted out. You'll have the assurance you're in the best plans possible. And if something does go wrong, that insurance becomes assurance that Mandy and her squad will be there for you when it matters. That's Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Really, going into the weekend or coming out of the weekend, there's only two that I can count, two teams whose quarterback jobs haven't been like firmly established and announced. I mean, right? Aren't I down to Pittsburgh with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, and the Patriots with Brissett and Drake May? I think every other team has announced who their starter is going to be coming out of the gates, with some of the rookies having already locked it down. Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix. Drake May played his best game of the preseason last night. Brissett started. He got knocked out with a jammed up shoulder, and Drake May had a couple really nice downfield throws. And so we'll see who will be the starter there in New England. And at Pittsburgh, I think everyone seems to think that it's Russell Wilson. Herman Edwards nailed it this weekend. This has probably been mentioned, but I don't know if we've talked about it enough. I think we're to the point of football evolution that they should start Wilson and have a package for Justin Fields, like you do for a college quarterback who adds a dimension, and give Fields 3 or 4 possessions a game, right? Get a spark. Don't be afraid to bounce them back and forth over the course of the year. You know, if Russell Wilson comes out and starts and, the offense is sluggish, you bring Fields in and see what he can do. Play him on the same field. Right? The franchise that gave us Slash, Cordell Stewart, that's given us Antoine Randall L. They've given us some talented personnel. It's probably a place for both those guys to play this year. I think it'll be Wilson, but we'll see. Man, it was a tragedy for the Ravens organization over the weekend. Offensive line coach Joe D'Alessandris died Sunday morning, age 70. Hospitalized the past 2 weeks with what the Ravens had described as an acute illness. Never a great time to get terrible news right here on the eve of the season as well. All right, the Broncos ended their preseason last night, and they beat the Cardinals, I think. I was half paying attention. Zach Wilson's going to make the roster. Sean Payton has said that already, so the first step of Wilson trying to rebuild his career is going to see him find a spot. Now, does that mean they'll go with 3 quarterbacks? Jarrett Stidham hadn't played a ton. He's certainly got the most experience. Perhaps they'll go with 3. Wilson, he looked pretty solid for what they asked him to do. 16 to 25, 251, 2 touchdowns in the preseason finale yesterday. The Dolphins have cut a veteran quarterback, a backup. Mike White gets released yesterday, so Skylar Thompson going to be the backup. Here's hoping we have to see Skylar Thompson when the season opens September 8th. Rams allowing Ernest Jones, a talented linebacker, to seek a trade. Got a half a dozen good players around the league looking for new spots, hoping for trades. Hassan Reddick, probably 2 or 3 receivers would fall into that. Now we're going to get to some roster cuts. There's going to be some movement at the bottom of rosters around the league this next week and a half, that's for sure. And finally, plans finalized for the Washington Commanders to build a statue for Sean Taylor. Taylor's number was retired in 2022. The Commanders have not honored any former players with a statue at the stadium, and Taylor will be the first. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin and the home course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. Boy, the weather is going to start turning cooler here before we know it. So you call and get your tee time today. Actually, go online and get your tee time today. It's the best deal in golf. It's the Jointon Creek Golf Club. Hicken Arrival, more come your way next. You're listening to The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. You love him.
A friend.
You hate him.
I guess irony can be pretty ironic sometimes.
You love to hate him and hate to love him.
That's not possible.
It is with this. Ryan the Hacker Green.
Starting to get the picture?
Right after Rick Ballou. Evenings on 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Man, it's summertime and it is hot outside, and you got to take some precautions when you go out there. That's what Doctors Boudreaux and Metz have taught me through the years, and they've taken great care of me and my skin, so I don't have to go see Dr. Fader and get that Mohs surgery. No, sir, no, sir. I appreciate these guys, and I appreciate them looking out for me. And look, you know, we're getting ready for football time, right? We're getting ready for those, you know, those practices that you go to if you have to sit in the sun, or if you go to the games down and watch the Jags or the Gators or the Knowles. Man, you got to put on the sunscreen. You got to wear floppy hats. You got to wear long sleeve dry fits. You got to take care of yourself. And if you see something on your skin, don't wait. Get it checked out. It's real easy to do. The people at Beaches Dermatology will be there to help. Give Beaches Dermatology a call online at beachesdermatology.com.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
A meal and sparkling conversation.
Helmets and heels.
Mia O'Brien, Lauren Brooks, and Taylor Dahl.
Just behave, okay?
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans on 1010XL. Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically, if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari, at Bari Orthopedics.
Oh, I can't believe tax season is here already. Look at all this info I have to enter.
Phil's small accounting firm is growing in numbers.
Why didn't I take that typing class in high school?
A data entry specialist could really help him in a crunch.
I got blisters on my fingers.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Facing a DUI charge or even a boating under the influence charge? Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW. Once again, 285-4LAW.
Lauren Brooks here. Circa Resort and Casino has an incredible all-in package for Duval in December. For only $500 tax and resort fee included, get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 food and beverage credit, plus a day bed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. Join us Heels Friday night for a Jacksonville pep rally with specials and giveaways. To book the Jacksonville game day getaway and join the Heels in Vegas, visit circalasvegas.com today.
Are you a meat lover searching for quality cuts? Southern Steer Butcher uses a vacuum tumbler to marinate and tenderize our chicken and world-famous steak tips.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
This right here is as good as it gets. This is life getting lived without obligations or complications. This is filling your cup and savoring the moment. This is the gift of presence, served to you in a place where there's room for everyone and enough to go around. And the best part, it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Baker Glass. The Noles didn't find Lucky Charms over in Ireland in their season opener against Georgia Tech, which left the team disappointed, according to head coach Mike Norvell.
You want to start off the season a certain way. We came up short of that.
This week, the University of Florida football will kick off their season on Saturday against the Miami Hurricanes. The game will be highlighted nationally by an appearance from SEC Nation in the Swamp. University of Florida alum Laura Rutledge will be joined by fellow alum Tim Tebow and Paul Feinbaum.
Gets it down. Oh, it's perfect. He's rolling away. Right there, he's going to win the Little League World Series championship.
The champions of the Little League World Series reside in Florida. The win by the team from the Orlando suburb of Lake Mary is the first win in 9 trips to a Little League World Series final by a team from Florida. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
75 degrees at 6:58. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Yes, sir! Okay, so the moon day is around here. Let's crank it up and count the stacks. We're rich. Thank you, Jacksonville. Perfection.
Easy.
Perfection, my friend.
Easy.
77-20 over 3 preseason games.
The timid don't build empires.
Woo! The timid don't build empires.
That's why we're just living in the same casa.
Might have gave some of it back on Saturday. But that's okay. We're still wealthy.
Where you give it back?
It's good. I thought maybe FSU.
Yeah, I didn't trust that one.
I didn't trust it either. I didn't go full bore on that one. But just, the degenerate, you know.
No. There's two, you know.
Got desperate and started looking at that Chaminade game.
You should have taken.
Was there a line on the Chaminade Madonna Bosco Prep, Bosco Prep game?
I saw this. What was it called? I saw this high school game. It was on yesterday, and the name of one of the schools from Georgia,
Rabun Gap.
Yeah,
I know exactly where that is.
I guess in Rabun Gap is like a mountain pass or something. What is the Rabun Gap? I thought we had another Bishop Sycamore on our hands, so I switched over there to see Rabun Gap. And make sure it wasn't 70-0 into 1 or something.
Yeah.
Apparently they're
I played
legitimate.
against them in high school.
Where are they? Is
North Georgia?
Is it really like they're of the Gap of a mountain? Is that why they're called?
No one knows.
You know what a Gap is, all right?
It's a street. It's actually a street down there up there in North Georgia.
It's a jean store.
Yeah. Ooh. So anyway, great weekend. Football's back. Jags look great. We got Boselli coming up. We got Freddie coming up. So Hall of Fame Monday. So Boselli said something that I almost ran off the road. I'm going to have to ask him about it during the radio broadcast.
Nice. Chew.
Yeah. So it was getting close to halftime. I was hungry. I was at the television station, Jeff. I needed some nourishment. The Jags had the game well in hand. The starters were out. And I said, Danny boy, time to go get some food. I jumped in to listen to my favorite broadcast crew. And Boselli floored me with some comments. So driving along.
Okay, what do you got?
I'll get to it when he comes on here at 7:15 or so, 7:20. When do we have Tony? 7:20?
Yes, 7:15.
Yeah. So look forward to that, and that'll be that'll be good.
Well, we have to wait on it. It's a tease. 15-minute tease. I like that.
10 names that got cut yesterday. You got to be hardcore to know those guys. So
Campbell has played some, and Mims is a name from drafts gone by, and Speaks if you follow the spring leagues. But nobody's
the first 10. You don't hold out much hope for even practice squads.
Maybe Speaks only because he's had that other league success, but
Got 17 practice squad spots. A lot of spots on the practice squad.
Well, that certainly has changed. Remember, it started there's like 6, and you could have never played in the league before, and there's all kinds.
Yeah,
of
that
spreading the wealth a little bit.
So hopefully that comes. Trevor had a terrific preseason. The kid receiver was good. Again,
Parker Washington
got to keep in mind who they were playing. They should have dominated. They did dominate. So there's a lot of positives here now. And main thing is outside of Dewey, they're injury free. As far as their first probably 30 guys are all healthy now, ready to go. You should have Armstead back this week, full. I'm hoping Christian Kirk, if he's held out another week, then I'm going to be but he should be back rolling. So. A lot of good news around the Jags as we get ready for this long season, battle of attrition.
Tough start, as we talked about. Tough start out of the gate. You got to go to Miami. That defense is going to get – the defense is really – it's really been the story of the preseason. We just haven't paid much attention because it's been boring. 20 points in 3 games. I don't care if you're playing against, inter squad. That ain't bad.
I mean, they had 5 first downs. They
didn't get to the quarterback the other day.
30 first downs to 8 first downs.
But again, first versus third.
Yeah.
By the way, this is for all y'all that think that the best college team can play with an NFL team.
Yeah.
In case you're ever wondering.
Yeah.
It'd be like 100-0.
Mason Smith almost got him one. He should have had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. Sound the alarms in Tallahassee. Not great performance there at all. Really, the shocking thing to me, I thought DJU is who he is. That's the numbers that. Now, again, you were hoping that he would become, Graham Mertz, and people say, "Why? I don't know why they expected it." Well, they expected it because we saw Graham Mertz, who was very pedestrian at Wisconsin, have a really good year for Florida. So you're hoping that a guy with a lot of experience could step up and play well. I don't know if they don't trust him. I don't know if the receivers didn't get open. I don't know if he's hesitant. I know one thing. He's definitely not a willing runner. He doesn't like to run. A big dude like that is not like the Georgia Tech kid. He's a willing runner. But all that aside, he was what he was. What was shocking was the interior, were the trenches. That's what was shocking.
Especially
they told me that this is the best
defensive
line in the country. Pete Thamel on pregame. I read about it. I've seen it on different lists that we've done all summer. Best defensive line in the country. We got Marvin Jones Jr., who had the same amount of tackles on Saturday as he had at Georgia because he never played there. I never heard his name. They told me the kid Peyton is a top 10, top 15 pick on the other edge.
Visible man.
I kept watching Haynes King outrun dudes.
Haynes King is Tebow light, man. He's poor man's Tebow. It's exactly how he plays.
Haynes King outrunning guys to the left, outrunning them. Yeah. He can't be that fast. And then the interior guys, who somebody pointed out on Twitter, those guys got 100,000 Lamborghinis.
Did they?
I don't know. I'm not going. Whatever. Doesn't matter. They didn't play well. They got pushed around.
That was surprising.
They took weird routes. They're running around. The linebacker play was poor. It was not a good.
And yet it's all this simple. And again, this is what I draw out of this after seeing this the other day. And it's concerning to get out physical. That being that, FSU wins the game 38-24 if Jordan Travis is there. This team got better exactly as Jordan Travis got better. They mirrored his ascension to being one of the tops in college football.
Mike Norvell, 2-8 without Jordan Travis.
Right. And it's not just, don't get me wrong. But
that aside, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yes, but that aside, understand this. Georgia Tech was the better football team, and it wasn't close. FSU hit 2 bomb field goals to kind of hang around in there. Their best drive was the last drive where, and they had hit a 4th and 8, which I'm going, 4th and 8, 9 minutes left in the game at the midfield. Ooh. He obviously did not trust his defense either. So, going to be an interesting year in Tallahassee, and be careful because a week from tonight you get Thomas Castellanos from Ware County, who's a pretty good dual threat. Now they should.
Bill O'Brien now the coach of Boston College.
They should.
They should. They also should beat Georgia Tech on a neutral field.
Yeah.
That's just a fact. They're 12.5-point favorites.
Yeah.
I think they were guilty, and not in a conceited way. I think they overlooked Georgia Tech from this standpoint. Yeah. I don't think there was ever a point leading up to that game that Mike Norvell didn't think his trenches were better than theirs. And that affects your game plan.
Yeah.
And now suddenly you're over there. Oh, my God, this game plan is not going to work. They're out physicaling us. And what are you going to do?
Right down the field on the first drive.
That's right. The scripted first drive went amazing.
Yeah, so it was, all right. With all that said, it's easy to sit here and say, okay, look, all is not lost, and all is not lost, but they got to get better quick because that was not a top 12 team in the country.
The implication is they look like they're 8-4. They don't look like they're 10-2. They look like they're going to lose 2 or 3 more games this year. I mean, based on what we saw the other day, because the trenches and the quarterback are just aren't dominant.
Yeah.
And in college football, you better have that. You better have a dominant quarterback and dominant trenches.
Yeah, and again, I think they had the number 3 transfer portal. Georgia Tech had like the number 53 transfer portal, so that kind of blew that argument out of the water. And maybe Norvell finally missed on the portal guys. I don't know. It's a little early, so I'm not going to condemn them all. But the kid from Alabama, the running back from Alabama, did not look like did you see that true freshman running back they have? He only had like 1 carry for no yards. But my gosh, that guy looks like his thighs are gigantic. I think his name's Cam Davis. Anyway, that's a name certainly to keep an eye out on. He looks like he might have some skills, although he dropped the pass and had a rush for no yards. So he didn't have a big opener for Florida State, but certainly somebody to watch going forward. But sometimes when you get now, you can blow these out of the water. There's always in the portal so young and fresh, but you got to think Nick Saban knows what he's doing, right? So the guys who don't play at Alabama, are they just so deep that those guys are great, or they don't play? There's a reason why they don't play. And Malik Benson was okay, and Roydell Williams, I think his name was okay. And
that's right.
And the kid from Georgia, Marvin Jones Jr., was not okay. He had a terrible game.
I mean, is it the LSU receiver? Is it the other one? Another receiver stepped up. Don't they have an LSU receiver from the portal?
They might. I don't know. So with all that said, not impressive performance at all by a lot of different guys, and back to the drawing board for them. I think Ira said that they were staying an extra day in Ireland, which had to be, let's get out of here. But anyway, it is what it is. You got to dust yourself off. Huh?
Lucas, right? Yeah. Jalen Brown?
Jalen Lucas. He's from LSU. I thought he's from Indiana, but I don't know.
Jalen Brown's from LSU.
Okay.
Receiver? Yeah. So they got an LSU guy.
Did he play? Jalen Brown?
He had a couple of catches.
Okay.
He's in their 3s. He not one of their starting 3, Jalen Brown? Yeah. With Benson and Ja'Kai Douglas, that's their 3.
I was shocked. And again, this is also the danger of, there's a couple things here. Preseason polls. It's easy for us to sit back and go, who said FSU was the 10th best team in the country? Well, the writers did. And B, when you don't get to see a lot, you really have no idea, man. When you don't get to see
those that have been inside the FSU practices were worried about the offense.
Yeah.
And the D can look really good in those camp situations because the offense looks so sketch. And, I don't, my first glances can always be wrong, but like right now, if you ask me again, what's FSU? I'd say like 8-4, 7-5. That's what they look like.
Yeah.
They look like a middle of the pack ACC team that now is capable of losing to teams that they really weren't capable of losing to the last few years. There was always something to bail them out of Boston College or Clemson or NC State or Duke, and I'm not sure they're going to still have that ability.
Well, we'll talk about that a lot today. Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day, brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder, by the way, of the Gators, the Jaguars, and the PGA Tour. We'll talk more college ball. The Gators will beat Miami if this happens Saturday. If this happens Saturday, Florida will beat Miami. This is our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. By the way, 2.99. I said 2.99% interest rate year one. Whew. It's as good as it gets. No turnovers. Gators will beat Miami Saturday if there are no turnovers. Gators will beat Miami Saturday if they run for 150-plus yards. Gators will need to score at least 25 points against Miami. If they do, they'll win. Or the Gators, there's nothing they can do. They're going to lose. Those are your 4 choices. No turnovers, run for 150-plus yards, or score at least 25 points. If I can only give you one of those, because you're not going to say nothing, they will lose. You're throwing that one out, which 32.7%
I
did not throw
think
out.
the one of those that's most indicative of them winning is 150 yards rushing.
Okay.
That's not say what I'd want. I think I'd.
Well, which one would you? Which one?
I think I'd take the 25 or more points. I got to get to there.
Roll the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think
get
they better
25.
score 25 or more points.
Yeah. That's what I'm going with.
Now, again, the one thing that this what happened Saturday to FSU is good news if you're a Florida fan, because DJU looked and he's a veteran and blah blah blah, and tough big first game. Well, here's Cam Ward coming into the swamp. You got to hope the swamp swallows him up like it swallowed up Joe Burrow in his first year.
Yeah.
When Joe Burrow was a junior, he had an okay year at LSU. He exploded his last year.
Right.
First year, he was not very good in the
picked
swamp.
him all up, 27, I think.
So, anyway, right now, nothing they will lose is your leader, 32.7%. 26.9 want him to run for 150.
32% think Florida's losing the game?
Yeah.
Just flat out, none of those things would matter, huh? Wow. 32% of people are wrong.
Yeah.
Bunch of Miami fans.
I promise you, there's of those three that you have left, if they hit one or two of those, they're winning.
Well, it's
and that was
60,
kind of the question.
Honestly, though, you got to say it's 68% to 32%.
I get it.
So, obviously, anybody who doesn't like Florida, which are a lot of folks, are going to say nothing they will lose. 26.9 say run for 150-plus yards. 22.4 say score at least 25 points. 18% say no turnovers. 361 votes are in. You can vote at Dan Hicken. Gibby will post it as well. Listen, Googans.
They might have to do all three of those.
Yeah. Yeah, they might. Listen, Googans. Dreamfinders Danny here to tell you, no dream, 2.99% year one interest rate, 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. You can find that dream home and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. They will help you navigate through your home purchase. Some great, great opportunities for you right now. Do not be shy. Take that leap of faith with Dreamfinders Homes. Dreamfinders Danny says you'll be glad that you did. So a lot of college ball talk today. We're up and running. The Jags get things going a week from Sunday. Can't wait. We got Boselli here on deck. So you ready to get to him? Let's get him in here right now. Next on The Drill.
It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Frank Frangie here. Ready to experience used for you? You can with Car Bravo at Nimnick Buick GMC, Jacksonville's only Car Bravo certified dealer. Buying a certified used vehicle has never felt better. With Car Bravo, Nimnick Buick GMC can certify all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Kia, Mazda, Ford. With promotional rates as low as 2.9% APR, now is the time to shop certified used vehicles at Nimnick Buick GMC. Who gives you top dollar for your trade? Nobody but Nimnick. Shop online at Nimnick Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, folks like me, I think we all think kind of like this, man. We start adding up those premiums in our head. That's a lot of money monthly. So if something happens and we need you to be there. That's what Craig and Chris Kaprosky do for us. They have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care of, I mean it. Something happens, you call the Kaproskys, they answer the phone, they jump right on it, you get answers right away. It makes you feel good. It's called customer service, and it's something that Kaproskys take very seriously. In fact, if they don't answer the phone, they'll call you right back. How do I know? Because I've dealt with them numerous times. And if it's homeowners, if it's auto, if it's flood, if it's boat insurance, small business, the Kaproskys will be there for you at your time of need. So get an insurance checkup today. Easy to get a hold of them. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com. It's Craig.Kaprosky, Koproski at goosehead.com, or call 904-478-8422. That's 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprosky, part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and the long, lazy, and hot days of summer are in full swing. There's nothing quite like it, unless you can enjoy summer worrying that your AC will break down. So do what I did and call the good folks at Fenwick Home Services. Book your tune-up with Fenwick's expert technicians to avoid those costly summer breakdowns. You can trust Fenwick to get your AC running again and get it done right the first time. Day or night, 24/7, Fenwick Home Services is here to keep your family cool and comfortable all year long. Book online at FenwickHomeservices.com.
Clearwater. John, I can't even mow my side yard. It's so soggy. Man, my builder sucks.
Brent, calm down. This is a common problem in neighborhoods where houses are built too close together. You need gutters and a properly installed French drain that will soak up subsurface water. We can completely dry it up.
So I can take my builder off my speed dial now, huh?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Let that builder bitterness go.
Clearwater irrigation and drainage too.
On tour across North America, Jane's Addiction. With Love and Rockets. August 27th, Daly's Place. Jane's Addiction. With Love and Rockets. Together live. On sale now at livenation.com.
No new tale to tell.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting. Extra Large Radio. 1010 XL.
This is Keith Scott with Veterans Wholesale Cabinets. We are Northeast Florida's cabinet experts and your best option to elevate your home improvement project for both homeowners and contractors, and attention to detail to every project. VeteransWholesaleCabinets.com.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Beeson's College Football Guide delivers betting previews of all 134 teams with best bets for the playoffs, Heisman Trophy, season win totals, conference winners, and much more. Only on Beeson. Pro subscribers get the full guide, but you can download your free copy of the guide right now, featuring a betting preview of the Gators, Seminoles, and Bulldogs at 1010XL.com. That's 1010XL.com. 1010XL.com. Download your free copy of the guide right now.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. It's Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Boselli. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida. Hall of Fame Quality Roofing Solutions.
Oh, yes! He's number 355. He's number 71, PFHOF, number 71 in your program, number 1 in your heart. He's Don Anthony Boselli Jr.
All those things and more.
And much more. Much more. And he joins us now here on the program, and he's back from Atlanta. I've got reports that the boys had to land in that pouring rain, walk through the rain, get on the bus. Big Tone was not happy because it was freezing on the bus. I mean, just a tough travel day.
Come home with a head cold.
On Friday, Tone.
Oh, it was.
That's a big head. If you get a head cold, that's like a storm front, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pouring rain. We get off the plane.
Yeah.
There's nothing anyone can do about that.
No.
That's just part of life. That's why I live in Florida. Get those big storms.
Yeah.
Pilot did a great job getting us down safely. Very nicely done.
Any landing's a good landing, Tone.
Yep. But then you get on the bus, and the bus driver decided to put it down around 58 degrees with the air conditioning pumping and walking in that baby cold and wet.
Yeah, that's
might have caused some problems.
That stings.
Now, Tone, I was.
It was so cold. I thought Frank was going to die. Frank started having hypothermia, started shaking.
Did you have to hug him? Did you hug him? Save his life?
Started shaking.
Take all your clothes off. Get clothes.
That's right. You're hyperthermia. You're supposed to strip down. Hick.
For those who haven't seen it, Tony was like the bear in The Covenant with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
Yeah, just come on, body heat. Let's go.
Tony, what about
I want to do it, but I was concerned about old Frank's life.
That sounds bad and all, but I still think that I probably lived through Tony's worst weather experience ever. We did that together.
Oh, the hail?
Yeah, Whistling Straits. That was death-defying what we did. And you want to talk about a bear. When you saw Tony Boselli give it to that pro shop guy, that poor kid, Hick, oh, my God, I thought he was just going to die right there on the spot. Tony's dripping wet. He's pelted with hail. He's got that big, crooked offensive line finger.
Oh,
because they left us out there, Tony. That was on them now. Tony wasn't being wrong. They screwed us. They left us out there.
Killed us.
They did. They tried to kill the Hall of Famer.
This is not a hyper.
No, right, for real.
Hyperbole.
Yeah.
Jeff and I wouldn't be doing the show almost. I mean,
yeah, it was bad.
It was bad. It was
like we like dodged
our
it.
lives in a golf cart that almost killed Jeff Prosser, who got thrown into the woods.
I did.
Out of the back of the golf cart.
That's definitely it was hailing so hard, Hick, and the wind was blowing so hard that literally when it hit you, it was like you were getting shot with a pellet gun.
Oh, people were screaming.
Man down. All right, anyway, enough. We digress. Look.
It was dangerous.
As far as preseasons go, Tony, I mean, look, it's all measured with this, that, or the other, who they're playing, who you're playing, what the game plan is or no game plan. But at the end of the day, you kind of want to do what you want to do, and sure seems like sitting here that the Jags pretty much spent the better part of 3 games doing what they want to do.
Yeah, I don't know about the first one.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty back and forth close. You can't tell anything from Tampa. Starters didn't play one snap. And then like last week against Atlanta, like the starters did they did what they were supposed to do. They were playing against second and third teamers, not just second teamers.
Right.
The Falcons sat 40 guys. And so the plan all along was for those guys, the first offense play a half. I'm convinced that Doug just said, enough of this. I mean, it's 14-0. What else do we need to see? We've gone up and down the field. And so I don't know how much you learn about ultimately who you are as a team, the way preseason is structured now, when you really don't get to go against guys. It's not lined up. Like, coaches aren't on the same page. Some coaches play guys, some coaches don't play anybody.
more than ever this year because it's weird.
That's right. And so what do you really learn? Now, does that mean it's not valuable for the team? No, it's very valuable because you go out there, you get your work done, you communicate, you get confidence, you get on the same page. Like, those are all valuable reps. So very valuable. But I'm not sure what judgment you can make by it. I'm not sure I know anything more about who this team is from Friday night's game in Atlanta.
You had a outrageous statement during the radio broadcast, I thought. And I want to ask you about it because I want you to explain yourself. I was watching the game, and on the television side, I was at the television station.
Yes.
And I needed nourishment, Tone. I'm going to be honest. I had to get some food, and there's about 4 minutes left in the half. Things were in good hands. I think the starters were long gone. So I jumped in to listen to my favorite.
So there's no telling what I said at the end of that game.
Yeah, it's end of the first half. It's filler time a little bit, though.
Okay.
It's a little discussion, and I think you're looking for something, but I mean, maybe you mean it. I don't know, and I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm going to ask you because it shook me up. I almost drove off the road.
To your core?
Okay.
And I flip on my favorite team. I want to listen to Don Anthony and Logs.
Yeah.
I want to learn. I want to learn, Tone. I'm trying to learn the X's and O's part. I want to hear some 3 tech talk. You know what I'm saying?
3 tech.
Yeah. So anyway.
TEs, ETs, 3 techs, 5 techs.
Yes. Thank you. So you tell me something Yes. You tell me something to the effect of, and again, not verbatim here, so I'm going to allow you to explain, something to the effect that Tank Bigsby.
Yes, I knew where you were going with this.
I knew. So that tells you something.
Is a better running back than Travis Etienne, a better overall running back? Is that what you said? I'll let you take the floor. And do you want to walk that back, or do you still mean that?
No, I'll clarify. I'm not going to walk anything back. Maybe I didn't explain it because we picked it back up later, I thought, in the podcast, too.
Okay.
But that's a fair question. I think Tank Bigsby is the best runner of the running backs. Like, he's the best pure running back as far as carrying the ball between the tackles downhill, like getting those yards you have to get. And I think he brings a dynamic they did not have last year.
Okay.
I think Travis Etienne, and I said this if you listen carefully, is the better football player.
Yes, you did say that.
Travis Etienne is the better football player. He's great in the passing game. He's dynamic. He can match up issues in space. He can take it, and it can be a home run, make you miss type of guy. But I think if you're running a 4-minute offense, I think Tank Bigsby's better. I think Bigsby is a better, I think Tank Bigsby, when there's nothing there, will get you more than Travis Etienne. I think Tank does a great job of splitting tackles, and instead of getting one, gets 3. I think he sees it very well. This was not my point. Was not a shot at Travis. I think Travis.
Oh, I understand that.
He's a starter.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, we're better with Travis.
Yeah.
Like, if you had to pick one, you'd probably pick Travis. But Tank has a skill set that I think is better than Travis as far as probably running between the tackles, seeing it, hitting it, and making sure you're going to get the most you possibly can in tough yardage situations.
I mean,
it wouldn't surprise me at all if Tank is, you get it, in the tight red zones, that Tank comes in when you want to run it in goal line.
Okay.
And he's your short yardage back. He's your 4-minute back. I think Tank is, if he can hold on to it. I mean, the big thing about Tank is they didn't trust him to hold on to it.
Oh, sure.
But if he can hold on to it, he's a dang good running back. That was my point. It was nothing to do. It was actually very less to do with Travis and who he is as a football player. He's one of our best football players on the whole team. It was more that they need Tank. They drafted Tank for a reason. They need him to perform.
Yes.
He is super talented. And as a just pure, just running back, just line up in the eye or line up there in the single back, hand it off to him, and go get, whatever you can between the tackles and make that cut or make that guy, run through that arm tackle. I think Tank could be the better back of doing that. Doesn't mean he's a better football player. I think he could be the better back. I mean, and so, yeah. I mean, what I was trying to say more than anything is Tank is critical to the success of this team. Because I said it last year after about week 6. I said on this show, and I said it on the Monday night show with Pete. It is unsustainable the amount of touches that Travis Etienne is getting. Of how many touches he had in the first 6 to 8 games. It was the most in the NFL. It was unsustainable. They needed somebody else to take that load off. And what happened at the end of the year, I mean, they couldn't run it anywhere.
Right.
They really were never any good running at short yardage at all the entire year, if you look at the numbers. And so the point is they drafted Tank to be that guy. He was not last year. He did not perform at a level. They didn't trust him. They've done everything they could this camp. It was a point of emphasis to get him going. If you look at the preseason game 2, they literally designed passing plays to him. They split him out. They did things. They got him the ball. They gave him a bunch of carries in the preseason. Why? Get him confident because he is a dang good running back.
They could certainly use an uptick in production from those year 2 guys. Bigsby, Strange, Parker Washington has had a good camp. Tony, I'm curious in your, again.
Before we go further, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Saying? It does.
Yeah,
we'll agree to disagree.
I mean, it's just rhetoric.
Semantics,
I mean, it's
right.
yeah. So I mean, I know what you're saying. I just think personally, I think Etienne is better in every way, shape, or form. I think he runs.
Do you think Etienne's better running between the tackles?
I think he runs tough between the tackles. That was the thing that I've been most surprised about with Etienne. Now, there is some discussion that sometimes if there is a hole, he misses the hole. That I don't know. That's more X's and O's type stuff. But, I mean, that O-line did not give those guys a lot of opportunities last year either.
Listen, Etienne's a fabulous player.
Yeah.
I'm glad they gave him a 5th year. I'm glad that he's here. He's one of the best. Like I said, he's one of the best football players on the team.
No, I get it.
But if you're asking about between the tackles, running the ball,
okay.
I think Tank Bigsby has a better skill set doing that. Doesn't mean he's a better football player.
Yeah, no, I get what you're
Let's
saying.
talk about the commonality between either one of those running backs. That's the 5 guys in front of them. And I know that's been piecemealed, and this guy's played here, and this guy's played then. Just where do you feel about the offensive line right now, and how does that compare to maybe what you felt when last season ended or when this training camp started? Are we that much more confident? Are we wait-and-see mode? How much does Morse change everything? Just what have you seen from your area of expertise?
Mitch improves them at center, no doubt about it. What are they going to be? I'll let you give me the first 2 weeks of the season.
That's fair.
That's fair.
They played in the preseason a total of 2 drives together.
Is that it? Is that a mistake?
Is it a mistake?
Yeah.
I don't think they had any control over it. It was because guys are hurt.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't a coaching decision per se. I got you.
No, I think
They would have liked to have played more. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think they would like to give him a lot more rest. But you had Ezra Cleveland hurt with an ankle or a foot or something, lower body, whatever it was. Missed the first preseason game. Missed a good portion of camp. You had Anton Harrison with the concussion. Missed, I think, a week plus.
Doug has
missed that first preseason game. So, I mean, that's two-fifths of your line not there for a period, one preseason game and a period of the camp. You already get limited reps in camp. And then Ezra wasn't 100%. If you go watch the time against the Bucs, he wasn't 100%.
Tony Doug has some big cojones, man. I mean, he doesn't care about, like, he put them starters out there, man. When Trevor had that dude shoot at his leg, I was like, oh, good Lord, no. I mean, that stuff is, and it's weird because, I got
cojones.
Well,
I disagree with that.
Okay.
I think that's just a philosophy. It's no different than Andy Reid. Andy Reid plays Patrick Mahomes. The best. Here's my thing. People say, what would you do?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what I would do.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's ways teams win Super Bowls and have success doing it both ways. But if I was a coach and I saw the best coach in the NFL play the best player in the NFL during the preseason and all his starters during the preseason, I'd probably lean towards that because right now they're the favorite to win the Super Bowl the third straight year.
I get that, but he didn't play. Listen, we saw Mahomes week 1. He did one drive. I don't think he played the third game at all.
I bet you he played the second game.
Yeah, he had the behind-the-back pass.
But he didn't play a lot in the second game either. So my point.
I'll bet you this, Dan. I bet you Patrick Mahomes played just as many reps as Trevor Lawrence.
Okay. I wouldn't argue that. I would say, though, I'm watching rookie quarterbacks not play. Penix, Jaden Daniels. Right. I know. I agree. But
let me tell you what I disagree with 100%.
Okay. I like this. I like disagreeing.
Not playing rookie quarterbacks. How are they going to get better?
Yeah. You tell me.
Are you going to do it on the sideline when they're not getting in practice, when they can't get hit?
Right.
Give me a break. You have no idea if that quarterback has the cojones to sit in the pocket when things are flying around.
Big word.
Cojones is hot.
Cojones is spreading our love through Latin America.
Well, I just heard you guys use it.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Listen, at the end of the day, though, with all due respect to the question,
no, it's fine.
With all due respect to the question and one's own theories or thoughts on us, it was the right decision because he played his guy, he played 2 possessions, he went 8 for 10, he didn't get hurt, and now they're getting ready for. I mean, had he got hurt, I get the question, but yeah, it was absolutely.
I don't. I would be saying the same thing if something tragically would have happened.
Well, it'd be a different.
I'm glad it didn't.
Feeling
because. You have to. I would be disappointed, but you have to have a philosophy. And here's my philosophy of the whole thing, of the NFL in general, is you don't get better at stuff in life. So forget about the NFL, all of life. You don't get better at stuff in life without practicing and repping it and doing it. Like, show me one thing.
Yeah.
That somehow, but not doing it, you get better. And then I'll wait. And tell you the good philosophy is not to play guys because you're scared of getting hurt. If you're scared of getting hurt, don't play the dang game.
No, but Tone, if something had, God forbid, happened, it changes the entire narrative because that's all that anybody would be talking about.
What if something, God forbid, happens?
Yeah.
Opening day.
Oh, I know.
What's the difference?
Not much.
It's over.
I get it.
Nothing.
I'm just saying.
You got to play the game. You can't play scared.
Yeah. Well, he didn't. He
you
doesn't.
Be smart.
He doesn't.
You got to be smart.
He doesn't.
Do it right. You have to have a philosophy, and you got to go with it. And this is not saying, listen. Other coaches have different philosophies.
Yeah.
And they don't play their guys at all. I happen to not like that or disagree with it because I don't know how they get better. But I'm sure they structure their practices. They do things to give them the reps and everything else. I know one team that does not at all play guys in the preseason. During camp, they have multiple days of full go 1-versus-1 tackle to the ground practices. So they say they'd rather control it in that situation and get their reps. Okay. Do I think that this is good? No, but I get, okay, fine. Everyone has their own philosophy. I guess my overall point is the best coach in the NFL right now plays his guys and gets them ready.
Okay.
And he plays the best player in the NFL, and he plays the best tight end in the NFL. And he plays he plays these guys who are very good, and he always has because that's his philosophy. I happen to agree with that, and that's where Doug that's Doug's called coaching tree where he comes from. That's how he does it. I think that's the right decision.
Well, at the end of the day, we go into the regular season about as healthy as we've been in the last few years. So
that's good news.
Oh my gosh, I said that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I mean, tell me, we got beat up early in camp at the offensive line. We talked about Ezra and Anton, and then Cam had a little peck or shoulder, whatever it was, missed a day or two. But now rolling in, the only guy that, as I think about it, that you'd be really counting on for the regular season who will not be there opening day, is Dewey.
Yeah. You and Pete breaking down your 53 this afternoon?
I'll have no choice to do it because Pete is can't help himself. I don't like doing it. I don't like.
There's nothing more ridiculous than the 53 in today's NFL.
I don't. It's not my job to set guys. I mean,
the ninth lineman. Who cares?
Yeah. That's not that I care.
Yeah.
It's no different than the conversation that Dan started with, talking about Bigsby versus ETN. Because the last thing I ever want to do is making a comment about a guy like Bigsby is not a shot at ETN.
Yeah, I get it. I think people understand that, by the way, Tone. Don't be.
You're getting a little sensitive. I think you're getting a little sensitive. Now that you're a Hall of Famer, you're not
in mid-season form here, Tone. Come on, man. Toughen up.
We'll get you going.
I'm not.
You need some two-a-days. You're today's NFL is what's happened to you.
What's happened to you, Tone? You got skinny and now you're mean. You're soft.
You're skinny and nice, and just what in the hell's going on?
I'm trying to put a new nice.
He's the new masculine.
Go drink some whiskey. We'll talk to you next week.
He's the new masculine,
That's it,
Jeff.
yeah.
He's the new masculine.
No!
You guys are a mess. But hey, listen. Here we go, though. Let me say this: the only problem we have now, we got 2 full weeks till this thing kicks it off.
I know.
We got a long time to go.
Well, next week
you're
going to give me how they're going to get to 17-0 and cap off a perfect 20-0 run before we get to the postseason.
Next week it's Labor Day, and do you guys work on Labor Day?
Oh yeah, we're off. We'll go for Tuesday. Super Tuesday. We'll see.
I didn't see that in my contract.
That's fair. That's fair. Hall of Famer. Yeah. All right, we got to run.
Okay.
We love you. See ya. There he goes. Don Anthony Boselli. We got more coming up next on The Drill. 10-minute drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. I can't speak for all of us. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Those are Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Folks, I talk about ball scores. I don't know how to invest. I don't know 401ks, advantages against SEP IRA, but I do know this. As I move closer to retirement, I found guys that I trust because my money grows every month. And those are the ITP Partners. Those are Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman and Reagan Wright and Dan Abel and Reed Wingate. It's 3 generations of Hickens, friends, family, use ITP Partners. And by the way, they listen to each of us individually and give us individualized strategies. Our goals become their priority. Get in the game. It's a great time to get started, or it's a great time to use ITP Partners. You need an info, Chris at ITPpartners.com. So easy. Chris at ITPpartners.com or call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners, and they're my financial partners for life.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of new vehicles. Trax starting at $299 a month. Traverse for $399 a month. Silverados as low as $499 a month. And they all come with a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected for the next 20 years. Plus, every purchase will help fund a teacher's project in our schools. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Deadline August 31st. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
Hicken here for Bout 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bout 9. Visit Bout 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bout 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool? Today's challenger, an asphalt marketer from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Sheldon Fish.
Today's category, air conditioner repair experts in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, I bet it's going to be Bueller.
Your question. Unlike Jacksonville, the Sahara Desert has a complete lack of air conditioner repair experts. What kind of camels do they ride?
That's not really a question about air conditioner repair.
5 seconds.
But that's a camel question.
Pick a camel, Sheldon.
The Arabian dromedary.
That's right, Sheldon. Like the majestic Arabian dromedary, the skilled technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair any make and model of air conditioner the same day you call, making sure you are cool.
They don't spit, do they?
No, but Steve, the new guy, has a bit of a hump.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Summer is here, which means it's time for road trips and family vacations. Frank Frangie here. Before you hit the road, make sure your car can handle the heat with a visit to Big Chief Tire. Their expert technicians will ensure your vehicle can handle the summer heat. From tire checks to AC services. Avoid the stress of a breakdown and travel with confidence. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your summer checkup today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Get closer to nature.
Trying to get close to these bucks out here.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz. The Nimnicht Outdoor Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning, 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
These are the last days for Monahan Jewelers store-wide 50 to 60% off sale. These are the biggest savings we could possibly offer, with everything on display discounted 50 to 60% off, ending Saturday, August 31st. We bought so much brand new jewelry that we need to make room for it, and the only way to do that is to give you huge deals at 50 to 60% off everything. And the sale ends Saturday, August 31st. Diamond jewelry, colored gemstones, gold chains, everything on display is 50 to 60% off at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Many of the Jags starters saw playing time in the last preseason game. Head coach Doug Peterson commented on his decision.
You know what? I don't look at it as far as like us versus them that way. I look at it as just like us, right? Our execution.
The Jaguars had a good preseason, according to head coach Doug Peterson, but now it's time to move on.
It was a good preseason. It was tough. It was physical on them. Thought they handled it extremely well. It showed, obviously, in their play. But now, quite honestly, that it doesn't matter. We have to get ready for Miami.
The Jags officially parted ways with 10 players on Sunday, including reigning UFL Defensive Player of the Year Breland Speaks. Each of these players will now be subject to potential waiver claims from the other 31 teams. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Advanced Business Solutions, your local authorized Xerox dealer. On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right, we got some sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, what are we handing out today, Gibby?
We've got a pair of tickets to go see the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Sunday, September 1st.
Okay, all right. Well, Keegan Bradley went from 50th ranked in the, he was number 50, the last spot, and he won.
He barely got in the week before even.
Yeah.
I can remember it coming down. I like watching the very tail end where the guys are bouncing back and forth and staying alive.
Yeah, he's 31, he's 29, he's whatever. So anyway, it was a nice win for Keegan Bradley, and good for him. He wants to play himself onto the Ryder Cup team. He's going to probably have to win another one. But
I saw he's only the
is
third.
He on the President's Cup team? Will he get picked as one of the 6?
He's only the third golfer ever to be named a Ryder Cup captain and then win a tournament before the Ryder Cup. Before that particular Ryder Cup.
Yep. So anyway, that occurred.
He's grown on me. First of all, all those idiosyncrasies, he's pared those down. He's not nearly annoying pre-shot as he used to be, where he'd step up and back and up and back and crouch. And so I don't know. I've warmed to his personality a little bit.
I told you,
okay watching him win.
After the Netflix thing, I changed my opinion about it. I did a 180 on him.
I forget you saying that.
Yeah, I thought that he drove me crazy. Just the way he is.
Yeah,
but the Ryder Cup was so important to him, and he got screwed, and now he's a captain, and everywhere he goes for the next year, they're going to chant USA, and that was a great win for him, one that he wanted. You had not a good win.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And it's changed my whole mentality on the board. I'm not going to whine or cry about it, but I don't like ones where you just it's like we could have come in every week and thrown dice and then kept track, and at the end there's a winner and loser. But I mean, when you finish behind a person that literally watched 0 minutes of golf all year, and you can make your picks, which is rightly so, just based on the game. It defeats the purpose of what we're doing.
Well,
but whatever.
We'll have our Friday 5-pack will start this Friday. And we'll have a bet.
Well, we'll come up with something. I got to be honest at this stage. I'd rather get something for winning than do something for losing.
We can do something like that.
That's just me.
Yeah, we can do something
I'd rather
like that.
bet. You know what? You want to really spice up the Friday 5-pack? For the first time in the history, we'll make a dime bet a dime. Oh, the fanfare.
Wow, that would be great.
We just have to save money. We'll put aside like $50 a week. At the end of the year, it'll be there.
But Keegan Bradley has 3 PGA Tour wins the last 2 seasons. Ricky Fowler, Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Patrick Cantlay, and Colin Morikawa combined have 2. So just so you know.
I thought my picks made it interesting. Hopefully, wasn't going to make it interesting for me because I had Hideki and he withdrew.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Got a good WD. That was
there. The window became open, but
that finished me
you
off.
You live with Scheffler, you die with Scheffler, and he's a pig, man. He's a pig at the end of the year, and I'm all for Schauffele being Player of the Year. That pig Scheffler and what he's done the last few weeks. You're a pig. You have hooved feet. Get your pig body in your pig car. Drive back to Pig, Texas.
No, he's not.
God.
He's the best player in the world.
Oink, oink. He's a pig. He's terrible.
Do you know who Gia Gurman is?
No.
Gia Gurman needs to, what's our guy's name up there at Rutgers, a football coach there? Schiano.
Yeah, Schiano.
Yeah, Greg. Is it Greg Schiano?
It is for sure, Greg.
Greg Schiano needs to go talk to Gia about playing a little linebacker for the Scarlet Knights.
What do you mean?
She's on the soccer team, and she's beating the hell out of some girl from UMass on the field yesterday.
In a fist
on the
fight,
pitch.
or?
Yeah, she's throwing rights and lefts.
Nice.
She's got her down, and she's wailing on her. They're saying she's likely to receive a 2-game suspension. 2 games? I mean, she punched her twice. Isn't that a season ender?
Well, I don't know. Apparently not up in the North. That's a Jersey girl, man. It's different rules.
Squad from Lake Mary won the Little League World Series.
I could have sworn that there was a Titusville won the World Series years ago. I guess they went to the final because I was shocked when they kept saying Florida wins for the first time. I could have sworn, like when the Bitman was down there, I thought Orlando had a team that won. But
they couple things that I noticed from the Little League World Series.
It was crazy dramatic, man. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs.
That ending was crazy.
I watch a lot. I don't feel like the baseball was very good for the 12. I've seen much better baseball before. They were very well coached and stuff. The coaches are a little much for me. My man. And then in the
shouldn't be on TV. Well, there's your problem. And they start televising him, by the way, when they're like state level.
Regionals. So, but congrats to them. It was kind of a fun thing. And they beat Chinese Taipei, and they beat them sadly on a bunt that went awry. So he had a runner on second, and the pitcher just turned, and the second baseman decided not to cover first on the bunt when the first baseman charged. And The pitcher just turned and threw
I think
it.
the first base coach kind of threw him off a little bit, too.
And there was nobody there. And so when there was nobody there,
then they all cry like 12-year-olds do. Just sob it out.
Yeah, sob it out.
Disheartening at that point.
But anyway, that's the Little League World
How did
Series.
Venezuela do in the third-place game?
Venezuela beat Texas. Texas manager
Venezuela.
had a bad day the day before. His pitcher's out there on the bump, Jeff, against Florida. And they come out, what's wrong? My shoulder hurts. Okay, can you get me one more out?
Oops.
Oh,
yeah, ouch.
You're mic'd up, coach.
Yeah.
You know, if the 12-year-old tells you your arm hurts, you take him out. That's
Probably
how
shouldn't do
pitching
that,
works.
Yeah.
Come
All
on.
right, we got some chases going on in Major League Baseball. And, of course, Aaron Judge, not of course, but Judge hit 2 more yesterday. He's on pace for 63. But the chase I'm talking about.
51 home runs for Aaron Judge. 5 games left in August. He's only the 5th guy ever to have 3 seasons of 50-plus home runs, and the other 3 of the other 4 were juicers. So
was it Babe Ruth and 3 juicers?
It was A-Rod, Sosa, McGuire,
and Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
So I mean, the guy is tremendous, and he hits for average. He hits for power. He's a great player. He's a great player, and he's going to win MVP again. And Ohtani's going to win in the National League because he's 40-40 now, and he might be 50-50 by the time this thing ends. So
he had a walk-off grand slam to get to 40-40. It's crazy.
Meanwhile,
yes,
the White Sox have remembered they're the White Sox. They lost 3 in a row. They've lost 8 of their last 10. They're now 31 and 100, second fastest to 100 losses. So 31 and 100. That's they have 31 games left, and they have to stay under 40. I mean they go 9 and 22.
Yeah,
is way below their current rate of success.
I know, it's amazing.
Or way above their current rate of success. So we shall see. But perhaps a chase to eliminate the. They've already knocked out one NL East team from an ignominious perch. The Phillies had the longest overall losing streak. The White Sox beat that, or at least tied it. 44 and a half games back of Cleveland.
That's a little bit,
a
little bit
Not
behind.
gonna be much of a pennant stretch for. Let's see. Braves won 2 out of 3. What'd your Mets do? They won 2 out of 3.
2 out of split. We split.
2 and 2.
Gut punch loss yesterday.
Yeah,
2-0.
Whenever your closer gives that thing up late.
It wasn't the closer. It's 8th inning 2-run homer to tie, and then the home run and walk-off homer in the 9th. They'll lose. Padres have had this like magical ride, and now we go to Arizona where they're like the best record in baseball.
Those 2 have the 2 best records.
So listen. If you had told me pre-series we'd get a split, I would have said fine. But when you're up 2-0, you got a chance. At some point, you got to win the games. You know, you get Atlanta and Philly left on the schedule a few times. You got 7 with Philly. I think we got 1 more series with you guys. You got to beat them.
Yeah, I say the same thing about us.
And if you can't beat them, then you're not going to beat them. And so I think we're 2.5 behind you guys.
Well, the Braves have won 6 out of 8, and they're not hitting at all. They're winning games 3-2. It's just like I said, these pitchers got to be perfect, and hopefully you'll win a game. Still waiting for it. When's the last time Atlanta scored 8? I mean, maybe last week somewhere out in L.A. or something. I mean, I don't know. They're just not hitting there. And yesterday even was a game that they should have won, could have won. They got runners on second, third, and 2 outs all day. It's been a theme all year. Dan, I was telling you about this before they lost all the personnel to injury. They have to be among the worst in all of baseball in runners in scoring position. They're terrible.
Batting average, yeah.
Just leave them there all year. It's so
frustrating. You mentioned Babe Ruth. His jersey that he wore with his alleged called shot at Wrigley. The story is the World Series. Babe Ruth takes strike 1, points to center, takes strike 2, points to center, hits a home run to center. Whether it happened or not, there's video of it, and you decide. But anyway, that jersey that he wore went for, at a memorabilia auction, $24.12 million.
People got too much money.
$24.12 million for Babe Ruth's jersey. Woo, my goodness gracious.
People got too much money.
Yeah.
Just what to sit? Is it to sit on your? I mean, is it just to? All right, Hicken, is this?
What?
We can do a whole media deal and what it is, and I'm getting like frustrated with what I'm about to tell you shouldn't happen.
Okay.
FSU opened the season with a loss.
Yes.
Our fans always discouraged when a team loses. You bet they are.
Sure.
In the temporary, where is the place for that venting / vitriol? Where is the place for that? If you're a crazy, outrageous fan who's now going to think that literally the world has ended because you lost a 3-point game on a last-second kick to Georgia Tech, where do you go to vent that? You either call your buddies, you group text, or you go on social media or a message board and just whatever, let them have it, right?
Right.
And it's almost become expected, and that's okay.
Right.
But what bothers me is linking to a story. Say you're on whatever, Google, Yahoo, ESPN, and you link to a story on Athlon Sports. Okay? Not fan-sided, not Bleacher Report, not even the ones that now we've become, at least we understand, okay, this is just some 19-year-old fan screaming from his basement. This isn't, really journalism. But when it says Athlon Sports, to me, there's a little bit higher expectation.
Right.
Is this headline okay?
Okay.
Let's see. Sunday, what's today? Okay, this came Saturday afternoon, 4:30.
Okay.
Here's the headline. Athlon Sports.
Yeah.
Demand grows for college football coaches' dismissal after season opener. Think about what I just said. This is a headline.
This is the guy who turned
on a news, boom. It's like a headline.
This is the guy who turned down Alabama in the offseason.
Demand grows for college football coaches' dismissal. Demand where? From some Yahoo in Hamilton County? Where's this demand growing from? Some lunatic in St. Pete? Leave that crap to the message boards. You shouldn't go on a mainstream online and end up anywhere on Athlon that puts a headline like that. That's not journalism. I mean, that's not even true. That's so beyond ridiculous that you can't. No, I'm not doing it. This is why society and politics is a mess. I'm not letting them do it to sports, Dan.
Well, they've done it. Sports journalism is dead. I got.
That's untrue. You can't make a headline out of something that's untrue.
I got ESPN's highest paid guy hammered on his show on Friday, and not only are there no ramifications, but on Saturday, he's back and we're making fun of it, is what we're doing on College Game Day. So I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot of questions about sports journalism and what's going on, but that's ridiculous and shame on Athlons, and that's why I don't personally follow them. I think that's sort of silly. All right, 641-1010. Gibby, tell them what they can win as we head to break, and we'll come back with more. Lots of things happening in the sports world, including the FSU loss. The Jaguars getting ready for Miami, back on the practice fields today, and more.
All right, big caller number 2 right now at 641-1010. You can win that pair of tickets to see the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Sunday, September 1st. Shrimp tickets, caller number 2 right now, 641-1010.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Even more Jaguars. Listen to the Tommy Mac podcast with Tom McManus and Campo and Joe with Dave Campo and Joe C. Find these original podcasts at 1010XL.com or on Twitter at 1010XL.
Hey, couldn't be any happier than to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. And when I say family, that's how you'll be treated when you visit that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out what I'm talking about. They're the best. Just won the Triple Crown Best of Jacksonville. They got the best car dealership, best used car dealership, best service. I mean, they're the best. And I got my boy Blue, the Blue Silverado. But if you want a car, a truck, an SUV, an electric pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet's got it. And if you can't make it over to Atlanta Boulevard, don't worry. Go to morechevy.com. Easy to navigate. All the vehicle sales, service parts, never been more easy to use. And by the way, they also have Corvettes there where you can register to win a free Corvette on their social media pages. And they're going to give it away this fall. So hurry and take care of that as well. Man, oh man, I'm out of time. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Yo, if you've been following me on MyBookie, you will know that I'm hitting for straight cash, homie. It's your boy E.T. And are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie's sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app necessary. Just click on the link, sign up, and you're ready to rock. Did you know that the average college football game runs about 180 plays? Every catch, sack, and touchdown is another way to hit that straight cash, homie, using MyBookie. And when you bet with MyBookie, you're not just watching the games, you're investing in every moment of the action. And I'm speaking from experience. A few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting games of the season. So make sure you head over to MyBookie. And don't forget to use promo code TintinXL when signing up to claim that $1,000 bonus on the first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Denny Thompson here. If you want to work with new tech security cameras or home automation, Tyson Sound & Security is a growing company looking for you now. Tyson is now hiring for sales, technician, and administrative positions. You'll start at the industry's most competitive pay, and they will train you. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call 762-1000. Tyson Sound & Security hiring sales, technicians, and administrative. Call 762-1000. Equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm Ben from Beard's Diamonds. My father and I buy our stones direct from the diamond cutters. No middleman, no big company overhead, no commission salespeople, and we pass the savings on to you. Before you buy anywhere else, remember, Beard's Diamonds will beat any competitor's price.
In the St. John's Town Center or at beardsdiamonds.com.
On the field, he brought the boom.
I'll always be a linebacker at heart.
He brings that attitude to the microphone.
I'm Jaguars Today's middle linebacker, Kyle McManus.
Friday from 10 to noon. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Duck Rooter is a full-service plumbing company. They can fix everything from a simple leaky pipe or clogged drain to a large-scale repipe job, serving both commercial and residential customers. When you're stuck, call the Duck. DuckDuckRooter.com.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com, WM.com, and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's The Mangler. Go Team WM, and as always, Duval!
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
I can't believe tax season is here already. Look at all this info I have to enter.
Phil's small accounting firm is growing in numbers.
Why didn't I take that typing class in high school?
A data entry specialist could really help him in a crunch.
I got blisters on my fingers.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in at my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're going to have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Jacksonville. FSU's loss to Georgia Tech was in large part due to their ability to run the ball, according to head coach Mike Norvell.
That rushing offense was number one, rushing offense in the league a year ago, and they returned everybody, and they've got a lot of dynamic players.
The Florida Gators picked up their 14th commitment of the class of 2025 on Sunday evening from a big in-state prospect. Four-star receiver Nashawn Montgomery from Miami committed to Florida over LSU and Penn State on Sunday. ESPN announced that Florida basketball and Wake Forest will play on Thanksgiving Day as part of the ESPN Events Invitational. Minnesota and Wichita State are also part of the Invitational. Championship game will be played the following day. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
77 degrees at 8:06 time and temp, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
44 yards away to do it. He got it! He got it! And the Yellow Jackets did it! Upset in hand. They found themselves a pot of gold at the end of their Irish rainbow.
Your guy.
He's so annoying.
The Jackets have done it.
And I got to listen to him Saturday.
Oh, they trumpeted it so much. I was thinking of you. Like immediately after game, the post game, they struck gold. They played it on SportsCenter all weekend. I didn't think it was a great call. I thought he was searching for his line as he was saying it, but whatever. It was a big, big win for Georgia Tech. I was thinking about this, Dan. Did you watch Brent Key's interview right after the game?
Yes.
That's what Florida fan needs Billy Napier to be and back up.
Mm-hmm.
He's Billy Napier. Mm-hmm. We're a team. That stuff is great, man, and it produces offspring when winning comes with it. When you are buttoned up, when you do execute, when you don't make mistakes, when you don't have delay a game, when you don't turn the ball over, when you make big stops, when you third down convert. Then all for one and one for all, and we're a team. It works.
Yeah.
But I could picture Billy Napier talking after a big win over Miami. He would have to credit and mimic a lot of what Brent Key said. And, boy, it sure seems like Georgia Tech has found a perfect guy. And I don't want to go too far. It's just one game. But, man, if I'm a Georgia Tech fan now, I look at the schedule and I don't see a whole lot there. So why not us in the ACC championship game?
Yeah. Brent Key's done a terrific job. Like you said, 5-0 against ranked ACC teams. He's got himself a quarterback. He's got a 5-star, when you talked a couple of weeks ago about a 5-star offensive lineman coming in.
Yeah.
And the way that they play, that you had to be impressed. Now, again, it's one game. We may look up at season's end and Georgia Tech might be 6-6 and fighting for a bowl, and FSU may be 9-3.
I think that you'll have to, if Tech can take, and here's why I don't think they'll be 6-6. I feel like Key's got this team, man. They're going to play like they played against FSU every week. Like, the problem with them last year is, they beat Miami. They beat North Carolina. They lost to Bowling Green. They gave up 21 unanswered to Boston College. And so if they can avoid that, they are almost immediately a 9-3 type football team.
Yeah.
If they can just avoid losing to the Bowling Greens or like a Citadel got them one year or South, they've lost too many games to bad teams. And so he is building a team that believes in itself. You push around FSU for 60 minutes, and I don't know why you think anyone in the ACC is going to beat you. That could be wrong, but that's a fair amount of confidence to take out of that, I think.
Again, the trenches, I cannot get over nothing from Marvin Jones Jr., nothing from the Peyton kid, the defensive tackles who, the one kid had to sit out a year, remember, unfairly because of the stupid NCAA and transferred up from Miami. And they got big-time players there, and it just they're not the best defensive line in the country.
Well, glass half empty, they look like we're back to the days of just being that middle-of-the-pack ACC team that can, beat a top 10 team, but can also lose games to the Dukes and NC States and, Virginias and Georgia Techs of the world. Kind of what Miami has been, quite frankly, for the most part, the last however many years. This looks like the FSU team when Jordan Travis was just starting to find his feet, the 7-6 FSU team. It doesn't look like the 10-2.
Here's the question. Again, one game, so don't read too much into it, but one game. Will DJU be the quarterback at season's end?
I don't know what the guys behind him look like.
Well, Brock Glenn and Luke Cromenhoek.
I don't know I don't think he's why they lost.
Yeah, I don't either.
They need it. Now, we'll say this, because unless there's someone there that can go outside the X's and O's like Travis did. Like, they win that game by 2 touchdowns if Jordan Travis is the quarterback. I believe that.
I've got a couple things I want to give a bit of advice.
The receivers didn't look good either now as to DJU. Those aren't NFL receivers they got over there.
I want to give a bit of advice to the Uiagalele family, notably Big Dave, the dad.
Yeah, I saw him there.
Big Dave is a big part of his son's life, and that's fine. But Big Dave, you need to get off Twitter. This ain't Oregon State, and when FSU loses, everybody gets trashed, especially on Twitter. And so Big Dave put out a fairly innocent tweet. Hey, man, listen, no excuses. Bad loss, tough loss, but onward and upward for FSU. First tweet back at him, your son sucks. And then it just spiraled worse than that.
Yeah.
Did he respond? Did dad respond?
He did like a tweet the day after about how FSU really didn't give his son a chance to throw the ball down the field till the end, blah, 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 blah. So you don't want to do that, bro. Get out of there. Just my advice. Stay off social media during the season. Just enjoy your son's, when he's out there playing quarterback. It's not a pretty thing. It's not a pretty thing. And it won't be. And down here, they're brutal.
What do you expect when Florida and Miami kick off Saturday afternoon at 3:30?
Pain. You want to trash talk AJ a little bit?
I'll let you trash talk your man.
I mean, this guy got a lot of nerve.
Why you want to trash talk me, man?
That's how it goes, AJ.
I'm an innocent bystander.
Just contributors.
By the way,
I got enough FSU coaches on my staff that came into the meeting.
Good. I hope they're miserable. Every one of them.
I mean, they wouldn't say anything.
You still at Range?
Nice job for you guys on Friday, huh? That's a big win.
That's a good win.
That's a good opener. Range beat Bowles, right? At Bowles this weekend.
Yeah, the quarterback's really good. I saw a couple highlights. He looked good. They got a lot of
Mandarin
talent.
put it on Creekside. Oof, and oh boy, that's another one I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I thought I'd see one of you guys out to the game, man. You see how you do us today?
Man, we got the Jags playing. What do you think we do here?
Come on. What are we doing?
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Man, I did the Jags did.
Step back.
Man. But I will see you guys on Saturday.
Yeah, step on into that swamp and let me know how that feels.
There we go.
Chief.
Yeah, hey, I'm calling you guys Monday anyway.
Okay, all right.
Regardless.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna see what you and I know Joe, you gonna call you in a minute. So I can't wait to hear that.
That makes
Get him out of here.
That makes one person now.
Get him
one
outta
person
here.
wants to hear from Joe U.
I don't need
that
this.
one person is AJ over there on the north side.
I don't
Forever has been, in fairness, calling in behalf of those Canes.
I tell you when social media can be fun though. When your rival loses a game that they're supposed to win.
It's fun if that's your bag.
If you
the trash talk. Some people don't like it, right? It just makes them mad. So.
Man, oh man,
I'm glad to not be on it personally, but I see what you mean.
The Georgia Tech social team did a heck of a job. Do you see the video they did? They kept all the receipts and showed footage of game day picking Florida State.
Picked FSU,
they all
except
picked
Seamus. Seamus picked Georgia Tech.
Well, that's good.
Seamus is the only one who got it right.
Every clip talking about Florida State's going to run the ball down their throat. They showed that, and I thought it was good.
Yeah. So, listen, it's a good. Brent Keys might be the right hire there. He's a Georgia Tech guy. He loves his school, so see what he's able to do up there. Again, there's some challenges coaching at Georgia Tech for sure, but nice victory.
I'll go to break with this Shazam spotlight.
All right.
Again, I'm of the belief, Hick, that FSU's in trouble. This is a Jordan Travis creation. And outside of Jordan Travis is why FSU has gone from 7-10 to 13-0 with a chance of a national title. And the second that he left late last year, they've not been the same. They've had a whole offseason to retool, and they just lost to Georgia Tech. So I think it's a problem, man. And I don't think it's a quick solution. I think they're headed for 4 losses minimum. And then if the next quarterback isn't enough, it'll be just like history has written for Florida State and Florida. If you don't have a Heisman Trophy level quarterback, you can't win at all. That's the only formula that's worked for Florida and Florida State. But here's the Shazam spotlight.
Okay.
Brought to you by ShazamAuto.com. FSU suing the ACC because they're, too good for the conference, right?
Yeah.
They deserve it. Last 58 ACC football games.
Yeah.
FSU's 30-28.
Oh, boy.
So maybe they should. Well, I guess that's better than 50-50. So, they should get 50% of the conference's cash.
Oof.
Hashtag blame Herbie. We'll be back with more next. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 1010XL.
The quality and standard of your life will not be determined by how well you play football, but by how well you confront adversity. Attitude.
Where attitude is altitude.
Hey, Hicken here. Join the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp and the Tristan Bailey Foundation in recognizing our angel parents across Northeast Florida by honoring the lives of children lost to violence coming up Saturday night, August 31st. We got baseball, family, food, fireworks. We got a 4-pack courtesy of the Tristan Bailey Foundation to hand out right now at 641-1010. That's thanks to the Jumbo Shrimp and the Tristan Bailey Foundation. 641-1010, a 4-pack of tickets. Man, join the family of Tristan Bailey. They'll be there. And if you can purchase tickets through tbstrong.org, a portion of the proceeds will go to the Tristan Bailey Foundation. We'll see you at the park Saturday night. And thank you to Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Don't let the state decide your fate. 641-1010 right now. 4-pack of tickets to this weekend's Jumbo Shrimp game, courtesy of the Tristan Bailey Foundation.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Calling all fans of Duval to downtown Las Vegas during the game against the Silver and Black. This is Lauren Brooks from Helmets and Heels. Join us at Circa Resort and Casino this December for the Jacksonville Game Day Getaway featuring an incredible all-in package. Get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 food and beverage credit, plus a day bed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. The all-in package is only available until August 30th, so act now. To book and to join the Heels in Vegas, visit circalasvegas.com today.
AC replacement? If your AC unit is ready to go kaput, then it's time to call Florida Home AC. With over $3,000 in tax credits waiting for you on select systems, take advantage of it. Call 777-4300. Get Florida Home AC to cool you off.
Anytime I need to send flowers for any reason to anybody, there's no choice for me but Kuhn Flowers. This is 1010XL's Frank Frangie, and I've used Kuhn Flowers dozens of times over the years. Make Kuhn Flowers your choice for when you need to send a floral arrangement.
Go inside your home team's locker room with Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline.
Check out my blog at 1010XL.com
so you can catch all the news and nuggets you need to know.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reese Plumbing,
where quality and experience count.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, you have told us about the importance of cutting a diamond properly and about color and weight. But how do you judge the clarity of a diamond?
Frank, that's a good question that has a very specific answer. Diamonds are graded at 10-power magnification using a binocular microscope. But when you're shopping for diamonds, a lot of times a sales clerk will just hand you a magnifying glass called a jeweler's loupe and have you look into the diamond. While an expert knows how to do this, it's kind of tough on a novice because they don't know how to create the same dark field illumination that a binocular microscope gives. As a result, the customer may or may not be able to see anything. That's why at Underwoods we set the clarity grade of a diamond with a binocular microscope. We have these instruments in every store and invite our customers to examine the diamond underneath them. We can show you the microscopic inclusions that affect the rarity and value of a diamond. So if you're shopping for fine quality diamonds and want the facts, come see us at Underwoods.
That's Underwood Jewelers in San Marco, in Avondale, with the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Wondering what you're going to do for dinner tonight? Southern Steer Butcher is a full-service butcher, and we grind and make sausage in-house every day.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision and equal opportunity employer.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you be active, reach weight loss goals, and find your inner strength while you connect with your community. Family memberships at the Y include unlimited group exercise classes, childcare while you work out, and youth sports participation. It's easy to join the Y and affordable for all. Plus, the Y is a great place to meet a new circle of friends. Visit the Y near you or online at fcymca.org.
What's up? I'm Miles.
Hey, and I'm Jara.
And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich is how the flavors come together. First, I taste the smoky grilled chicken, then the pepper bacon with that maple bun, added with the sweet heat and the pickles.
I'm really sold on the pickle. It meets you in the middle with the sweetness and the heat.
It's spice-tastic.
Yum-licious.
Flavoristic.
The sandwich of the summer. The Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich.
Order the Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Duval. Jaguars football is officially back. Be there for the Jaguars 2024 home opener when they go head-to-head with the Cleveland Browns. Join us as we celebrate Hispanic heritage and take the field at Everbank Stadium for the first time during our 30th season. Lock in your seats now for the 1 p.m. kick by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you back at the bank.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
He drops to throw. Trevor looks. Fires to the back of the end zone. That ball is caught for the touchdown. In the back of the end zone, Evan Ingram for the score. A 6-yard touchdown pass.
All right, we are steamrolling towards Freddie T.
Yeah, we talked to him coming up about 10, 12 minutes from now. We give you 8 or 10 minutes here, take a break, come back with Fred and the Monday morning running back. And we're right now avoiding any flashing green lines, lest it be Joe U. We've had enough Miami talk to last us for at least the rest of the hour.
ESPN is predicting the top 100 players for this season. Predicting.
All right.
So,
which is different than the list we've seen, which barely have any of our guys in it.
So let's see if they're high on the Jaguars. Let's see where our guys rank. I'm through the first 10, and there's some good players in the 90s.
If we go by what we've watched all offseason, the answer is no. You'll find maybe Trevor, maybe not. You'll find Josh Hines-Allen, maybe Armstead, maybe. But
Trevor's at 78.
See, that's good. Trevor, by the way, do you notice how he's rising back up?
Yeah.
Because we had this conversation, and I believe you and E.T. believed that he wasn't going to show up on any top 100 list. Remember? Because it was so fresh. And now I think people are starting to look at him.
2024 projections, would you take this? I say no. I say I want better.
Okay, before you tell me what the projections are.
Yeah.
I think Trevor will have 31 touchdowns, 13 picks. That's what I'm going with.
3762 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 picks.
No.
281 rushing, 3 touchdowns.
No way. No, 17 games, 20 touchdowns. No way.
Yeah.
They look like they're zipping it around, Hick.
Yeah.
Parker Washington, I'm officially impressed with him. That little play the other day where he caught it slide, popped back up. He is on his A game.
Didn't have anything from Gabe Davis.
No, we haven't had much from him yet.
A nice throw in the end zone. I'd like to see him come down with that one.
Yeah, well, he hasn't played much either. Now let's get him out there for our front line for 60. We'll, to Tony's point, have a lot better.
2 is at 63, by the way.
Josh Hines-Allen will be like 38.
I'm just predicting. Let's see if they predict anybody else here. I'm into the 40s now. Jalen Ramsey, 45. Yeah, mighty have fallen. There's Josh Hines-Allen at 43. Projection, 66 tackles, 11 sacks. Would you take 11 sacks from Josh Hines-Allen?
I'm never going to throw 11 back, but I think we'll have more. I think he'll get more than that. So that, I guess maybe we get a little bit more insight into why the Jags moved on from Zay Jones.
Yeah, that was weird.
He got the suspension for the for the behavioral, for what happened.
So the way we
because we always thought that he was not going to be, he wasn't charged, he wasn't at fault.
Yeah, so it's just weird to me that there had to be more to it. It can't just be for that. The way we heard it can't be that way, can it?
Well, here's what, according to the league, despite the charges being dropped, the league conducted its own investigation and decided on a 5-game punishment.
Why were the charges dropped?
I've said this for a long time. It bothers me. I feel like if you can't be sanctioned by the law, then you should not be sanctioned for employment. And otherwise, the law is what our ultimate be-all, end-all is.
But, the NFL has got to be very careful. And
I don't know. That was gone. They do not have to be very careful.
They talk about protecting. Well, okay. Well, ask Ray Rice.
No one knew about this Zay Jones thing, Dan. It's so far gone and forgotten. And they investigated
so that makes
it here.
It okay? I mean,
no, but what makes it okay is that the law investigated it, talked to everyone,
Jeff,
made decisions.
Are you really this naive? You don't think that
naive
money?
Now?
Yes.
Oh,
you don't think money buys off the law?
I don't think.
You don't think
Zay
he makes?
Jones
You don't
case,
think he makes a payment?
No.
And I'm not saying this happened, but you
no.
don't think you can make a payment to someone and then that someone drops the charges?
No, but it wasn't the girl who dropped them. Are you saying they paid the attorney? The attorney declined to.
How do you know it
prosecute
wasn't the
is what
girl who
happened.
dropped them?
Because that's not how it was.
Well, if she's not a willing, again, I don't know law.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know if she was willing. What I'm taking is that they chose not to.
By the way, in the top 100, there's no more Jaguars, but they did get it right. They do have Patrick Mahomes 1, Lamar Jackson 2, Justin Jefferson 3. Much better than the players themselves who ranked Cheetah as the best player in the NFL. So, anyway, but yeah, it was surprising. I was surprised to see that he get a 5-game suspension, which makes me ask questions. And that's why I think the NFL has to protect itself, because I think this video comes out somewhere, somehow. And again, I don't think there's any video for this one, but nobody thought there was any video for Ray Rice, and all of a sudden we see him slugging his wife.
Hey, for the record, this is what the law says happened.
Mm-hmm.
The case against Jags receiver Zay Jones has been closed. The misdemeanor domestic battery with bodily harm charge on Jones has been dropped. The state attorney said, quote, after reviewing the evidence in the above-styled case, we decided to decline to prosecute this defendant on these charges. And so it's, by like the investigation of what happened and what led to it, it seems to be why there were no charges. And so doubling back, and what did the NFL learn that Jacksonville
They learned something. There's no way that incident would get a 5-game suspension. No way.
Well, what took him so long? Like, why didn't he get it last year?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the deal. Let's see what Glenn Cohen has to say.
All right.
That's a good one to bounce it off of. What do you think happened here, Glenn?
Without a video, and she doesn't cooperate, no prosecutor is going to bring that.
So to Dan's point, if you get to that side of it and, have no, that
you got to look at it
takes
two
place
different
sometimes.
ways. It's two different standards.
Mm-hmm.
One, there is a criminal standard. Can the prosecutor prove his case beyond a reasonable doubt? And the standard in the NFL, and I should know this because I've been through it with players, is much less. So,
and legally that holds up if a player decided to push back against the league that they have, like contractually or otherwise.
We don't know if he didn't or not.
Yeah.
That's one issue that the league is very bad about is domestic violence.
Now, and I understand that, and domestic violence in all forms is terrible.
Yeah,
I guess I'm
unacceptable.
I'm shaded somewhat by what I heard from exactly happened. So that also
so am I a little bit.
Yeah.
So we just don't know. And usually, like, let's put our friends at the PGA Tour, they don't ever come out with facts and circumstances surround conduct unbecoming. Well, I don't know what the league's rule is on that, but I'm telling you, they conducted their own investigation. They found out that it happened. They found out that it deserved a suspension, and that really has very little to do whether or not you get charged criminally or not.
All right, so the tour's totally separate. So, winner Dan, you want me to spin it twice, Hick? Is that what you need?
No.
Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate you, my brother. That's
Hey, guys.
you get Glenn's expert opinion over there at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan as well. That dude will look out for you. You want somebody to fight on your side? There you go. That's our guy, Glenn. So, yeah, I hope you're happy. Who, if you were, I've changed my mind on this.
Okay.
If you were Mike Tomlin, who would you start at quarterback?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Okay. I heard, maybe this is so simple and just assume, maybe I'm about to make a story where it's not one. This is just a Captain Obvious observation, but he seemed a lot more specific. You know what I'm doing if I'm Mike Tomlin and the Steelers? I'm playing 2 quarterbacks. I'm going to do it just like college. Russell Wilson's going to be my guy. You know what? If I go a quarter and a half and we're not doing anything, I'm going to put in my change of pace guy. And I may bring Russell Wilson back. And I'm going to have a package on 2nd and 4 where Justin Fields is going to run on the field and his dual threat ability is going to help me. I don't see the downside. You mean in Russell's, like the way he accepts it? Good luck in that.
There's that. There's continuity. There's just the way you play the game at that position.
Have you seen the Steelers' continuity at quarterback?
Yeah, I think Russell Wilson, if Russell Wilson gives them the numbers that he gave Denver last year, that Pittsburgh will be fine because he didn't turn it over. He took care of the football. And if Pittsburgh can play Pittsburgh football, if their defense is good, I think they got a chance to, with Tomlin as their coach, who knows a formula for winning football games. I think they'll be a playoff team.
I'd have a package for. I mean, you're talking about a franchise that invented slash. I'd get Justin Fields on the. I'd get him on the field. Maybe so. I'd just have a package of plays for this dude. Okay. He's not your typical athlete, right? At backup quarterback, I'm going to find 10 plays I can use him. Russell Wilson stinks, buddy. You can give me his stats all you want.
You're RG3.
Why?
You're like
how?
RG3 this weekend.
I'm not RG3 at all. It's the stupidest thing I've heard all morning.
It's not. I got Trey Lance playing for the Cowboys, and he goes running around in for 80 yards, and he goes, this is exactly why you can't give up on a guy like Trey Lance. Then he throws 5 interceptions.
5 picks.
Justin Fields has fumbled football after football after football throughout the preseason.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead and play him. Go ahead and put him in the package. And on 2nd and 5, when he takes a snap and drops the ball, or he doesn't have any, he gets hit from a blindside blitz.
You've just made a point. Been calling me stupid along the way. You've made a point.
Did I say stupid?
You've made a point.
Just because you lost an argument.
Listen to me.
Why do you turn like this?
Because you just made a point that Trey Lance.
Yes, you're going to spin the wheel twice.
To me. You've made a point that Trey Lance is Justin Fields. That is just so beyond incomparable that I don't know how to answer that. I mean, Justin Fields is 1,000 times better than Trey Lance.
1,000 times?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We got to go to break. We got Freddie T coming up next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
I don't think the decisions are going to be as difficult for Doug Peterson. I think they know exactly who their 53 is. I think you may find out a lot of that today. Look, the bottom line is the bottom line. The first 10 are gone. No surprise there. Tim Jones versus Elijah Cooks. Everybody tells me it'll be Tim Jones. Everybody says Tim Jones because you got to have a core group of special teams guys. Okay, I get it. So Tim Jones, Elijah Cooks is a better receiver, but Elijah Cooks has had his chance. He's not a game changer. Maybe they keep 7. I don't know if they keep 7. Maybe they keep 1 less running back. I'll wait and see. But all that, it really in the end doesn't matter. It's all the guys who weren't playing 2 weeks ago who are going to have to be great for the Jaguars to have a great season. And that's your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power. Summer's here. The job market is hot. Lift Power, man, they need experienced lift, truck, and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. Gang, benefits include a 401k, a company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. This offer is too good to pass up. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. Our rapidly growing business has proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years. That's stability. That's family-owned and operated. We want you to be part of the family. Don't let a great opportunity slip by. Learn more by visiting liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
This is Tony Boselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation, with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Smooth sailing and a smooth taste of Vida de Luis, an all-natural tequila made with volcanic spring water and aerated to provide a smoother finish. Go to VidaDeLuis.com and set a course for smooth living today.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting! Hey gang, Hicken here for Zero Res. Man, it is hot outside this time of the year. Many of us are staying inside or going to the pool. Well, my friends at Zero Res are also heating things up. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs. But they also clean luxury vinyl planking, tile and grout, fine stone and hardwood floors. And right now, the hottest price of the year, 25% off all hardwood cleaning. That's 25% off tile, LVP, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Zero Res, man, spell it forward. Zero Res, spell it backward. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Wake up and smell the golf balls.
Brunch with the Tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info.
Uphill putt for birdie.
Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation. Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A. Tuesday morning at 8:30 on 1010XL.
Beeson's College Football Guide delivers betting previews of all 134 teams with best bets for the playoffs, Heisman Trophy, season win totals, conference winners, and much more. Only on Beeson. Pro subscribers get the full guide, but you can download your free copy of the guide right now. Featuring a betting preview of the Gators, Seminoles, and Bulldogs at 1010XL.com. That's 1010XL.com. 1010XL.com. Download your free copy of the guide right now.
The water heater's broken, disposal doesn't work. Toilet's overflowing, the wife's going berserk. There's water all around me, the faucet sprung a leak. The only way to fix it is to call on Roland Reese, 'cause I got the blues, yeah.
For all your plumbing needs, call on the Bold City's best, Roland Reese Plumbing, and lose the bad plumbing blues.
I got the blues, yeah.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Go to WM.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jaguars went over the Atlanta Falcons in their last preseason game. Has head coach Doug Peterson feeling the team is ready?
I thought both offensively and defensively, the starters did a nice job, because you just don't know how long you're going to play, but for them, it was good to see.
If the Jags are to have any success offensively, the O-line needs to play at a high level, and it appears headed in that direction, says Doug Peterson.
I thought it was good. I thought overall they did a nice job in Atlanta, threw some pressures at it. Overall, I thought they played well.
The Jaguars have gotten an early start on getting their roster down to 53 players, according to the NFL Network. The Jags have released veteran wide receiver Denzel Mims. Jaguars signed Mims in June ahead of training camp. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins DUI defense firm on 1010XL.
All right, ready to talk to Freddie T. Jaguars have completed the preseason. I know it doesn't matter, but it's better to have good things to talk about than bad things, right? They outscored the opposition, Fred, 77-20. I know it doesn't matter, but can we build off of some of this or no?
Listen, let me tell you. Let's start fresh.
Okay.
It always matters.
Okay.
It matters. It doesn't matter in the regular season scheme of things, but from an evaluation standpoint, confidence by the players. Do you think if Trevor Lawrence doesn't have the performance he had and those snaps that he took, he will go into week one with the same confidence? Travis Etienne finally got a chance to skirt through a few of those cracks there.
Mm-hmm.
He looked great, very explosive. I mean, so for me, preseason matters from an evaluation standpoint, from a I think I'm ready to go standpoint, more so than, struggling. So they look good, man. I know the 3-0, that's better than 0-3.
Sure.
And, all that other stuff. So I think they look good, and hopefully they have some sustainability this year.
Yeah. I mean, listen, again, keeping in mind who they played on Friday night, they did what they were supposed to do, right? And when you see a rookie make a catch across the middle and get yards after the catch, go for 38 yards, and you see Parker Washington contributing to the team, and you see a defense allowing the other team like 5 first downs. I mean, those are good things. Again, keeping in mind who they were playing against. Atlanta opted to not play any of its starters, but in terms of matchsticks, it was an easy bet. The Jags to cover, but. And I think you make a good point. You got to be feeling good right now. And Trevor had a great, preseason / training camp. So, and we want Trevor to be better than he was a year ago. And so far he is. Now it all counts, and it doesn't matter if things go awry starting next Sunday, and they got a tough first 4 games for sure.
Yeah, there was a moment during that game as well. He threw an amazing pass to the sideline, Parker, and I think one of the Falcons guys rolled up on his ankle.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Come on, not again. But thankfully, and again, that's how valuable these guys are. Things can happen so fast. The NFL is just, it's just a violent sport, man. But luckily for us, Trevor was able to get out of it. We got the pass or the roughing call on the quarterback. So he looked good. Travis Etienne, I was happy to see him finally find some daylight. The offensive line looked well. I think they, in pass rush situations, they can be better. They certainly can be better, but this was the first game that they all played together as a unit. But overall, I'm going to give him an A coming out of the preseason.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Parker Washington. That kid continues to make play after play after play each and every week, and I hope he gets an opportunity to contribute more on the offensive side.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I thought that was very encouraging, his ability to step in and make plays that look very veteran, from that slot, especially considering he didn't play a ton last year. Fred, when you were a player, did it matter to you if you opened the season at home or on the road or who the opponent was? At what point do you really even start to take note of who you're even playing? I've heard stories. You can ask a Jaguar right now, who do you play game 3? They have no idea. They're always focused on what's next. I'm just curious on what your philosophy was on that, or how you recall getting ready for that opener.
I mean, it's a great feeling to open up the season in front of your fans, in front of your home base fans right there in Jacksonville. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's always hot. You can guarantee that. But it's just a great feeling, to run out of the tunnel, man. You got the smoke, you got the fans, you got the flyover, you got all of that stuff, and it just charges you up a bit more. So you look forward to it. But also, I want to say that, even if you have to go on the road, football, it's in the air. The grass smells different. So, you love it no matter what. But it's nothing like opening in front of your home crowd.
Yeah, I would guess. And there's been some pretty good home openers. Down in Miami, you're down there in South Florida. Tell me, I know they got high expectations down there as well, and they take on Tua. And boy, what a great test for this new defense that we don't know what we're going to see, right? I suspect that Miami will have a little bit. They'll have to go back and look at the Falcons' defense from last year because that's where Coach Nielsen comes from. But I suspect that there is a little bit of what are we going to do? I'm sure we didn't show a lot during the preseason, but it was a preseason where the defense only gave up 20 points in 3 games.
Yeah, it's one of the first week is going to be one of those. Every week is a chess match, but the first week,
sure,
you just never know. You try your best to go back to last year, and you do your studies. I believe most teams they'll go 4 games deep, but we all know Mike McDaniel is the offensive guru.
Mm-hmm.
Doug Peterson is the offensive guru. They both are going to get out there, and they've gotten with their defensive coordinators and say, you can expect this, and this. I know one thing Miami is going to do, a lot of over routes and clear outs by Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to try to play, the multi-level game where you have a deep ball, a crosser, and someone short coming in the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to flood the pass flow a whole lot. So, Tua, the key to the game is going to always be getting after the quarterback. The team that can successfully run the ball early and get after the opposing team's quarterback the most throughout the game, they're going to win the game.
What did you brought up Tua? I'm curious if you had an opinion one way or the other. The fact I was a bit surprised that he had held on to those hurt feelings from his rookie year coach and Brian Flores, considering now that they have already been moved on and he's had a lot of success since then. Just did that strike you one way or the other? The comments that he had about Coach Flores?
Yeah, I think the timing of it, you have to release whatever burdens that you're holding on to. And I hopefully for Tua, this was the final phase in him, being free. He got his contract. That can free you up, $200 million or whatever the number was. So that can certainly relieve a lot of stress. But just to finally say, you know what? I respect Coach Flores for, being tough on me, but I got to let this go. I got to give it back to the universe, and hopefully I'm just free. I can just go and play and approach the game that I've always approached it. We don't know. He could be taking therapy, and sometimes they tell you, look, just give it back to the universe, and hopefully from there, your burden, the weight of the heavy load, is lightened, and you can just go out and just be the person that you really are. Coach B-Flow, I had him up in New England for some time. He was a young assistant, and he was just a fiery guy. He meant it, but I don't think he, really tried to break to her.
Right.
He wanted him to get better. Like, how can I use this as, reinforcement to bring the best out of this guy? Comments I wouldn't have necessarily made, per se. I would have just, look, we got to find a way to tap into this kid. But each coach coaches differently. But I do know B-Flow, he's not a bad guy. Those comments were bad, but overall, he's not a bad guy.
I thought he handled it right. You know what?
Afterwards,
if I came across that way, I wasn't being the right coach that I should. And I think sometimes coaches have this expectation. I got a quarterback of 10 alpha dogs here going out and gladiating every weekend. I'm surprised that this bothered him, right? Or this hurt him. There's maybe sometimes just an assumption of.
And that's the thing about pro players. There's so much machismo and this masculine energy in football, right? That people don't expect us to be vulnerable or not to have a vulnerable side.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we're human, like everyone else. Like, we hurt when the fans say this. We're supposed to be, we're supposed to have a callus. We're not always immune to it. When they say they come out and they say this, or they curse you out, or they dig up some information. Like my guy, quarterback, Los Angeles Rams. I'm having a brain
Stafford
right now.
Stafford.
Mm-hmm. He's going to go through it every arena he walks in this year with those comments his wife said.
Right.
Holy moly. See, but they're going to hurt at some point.
Yeah.
And he's going to think about that. And it could affect his play as well. But we try to hide that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was in that place before. You try to hide certain emotions and feelings. No, I'm tough. I got to do this.
Right.
I got to be the guy in the locker room everybody's looking up to. But carrying all that weight, man, it can wear down on you.
Fred, one more thing before we let you go. Gators and Canes play. It's kind of we got a little North Florida, South Florida games on two different levels here. And then, boy, FSU, what a surprise there.
To get out physical by the engineers was shocking.
Yeah. So just a couple thoughts, couple college ball thoughts before we let you run here.
Revenge of the Nerds, Fred.
look, the almighty girls' school. I saw a meme. Someone sent me a meme, and they couldn't wait to send it. Right? I guess they wanted me to repost it. But there's a photo. It's a photo of a vehicle sitting on the side of the road or in a parking lot or whatever it is, with the back window busted out. And basically, it said, be careful, everyone. I had 2 tickets to the FSU versus Boston College game next week in my car. Someone broke in and left 4 more.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it looks like that return to glory lasts about 16 months, boys. Looks like that's what we got.
Well, yeah, you know, we're Gators, so we're going to kind of knock them.
Yeah. You going to get us a win Saturday, Fred? What do you got? Give me the feeling.
You know what? I predicted my score assumption or prediction is 20-13 Gators.
I'll take it.
Obviously. Low scoring game. I think the Canes are only going to put up 1 touchdown, 2 field goals, or a touchdown and a mixed extra point. They're going to have 13 points in my head. The Gators, same. 2 touchdowns, 2 kicked field goals, and a win at home versus a team we rarely get to play. So I'm looking for tickets. If you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, I'm looking for tickets. I'm contemplating going. So the closer it gets, I'm like, I can't miss this game.
Listen to me, Fred Taylor.
If you have it, I gotta go.
You ought to have the hotline to the coach, and they ought to
get you on the sideline, Fred. I'll make
pass,
a call.
Okay? I mean,
I might have to sign an NIL deal.
I love it. I love it.
All right, my man. Well, appreciate you as always. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you, Freddie.
Thank you, Fred.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good
All right. That's the Monday morning running back. Enjoyed catching up with Fred. Not many people can catch up with Fred. We can each and every morning. And as always, our guests here on the drill appear on the Garber Auto Mall hotline. Okay, it's the Monday morning quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com. The boys get fired up for the 9 o'clock hour. So
nasty.
Fourth quarter football action for your friends here on the drill. Back with more next on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Believe in the unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
1010XL.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
We're hearing is believing.
Unbelievable.
Hey, again, Bow 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden, frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bowden Eye. Visit Bow 9 Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That is Bow 9 Associates.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Deadline August 31st. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
On tour across North America, Jane's Addiction. With Love and Rockets. August 27th, Daly's Place. Jane's Addiction. With Love and Rockets. Together live. On sale now at livenation.com.
No new tale to tell.
Arrested? Got traffic tickets? DUI? License problems? Gun charges? Drug charges? If you've been charged with any crime, call me, criminal defense attorney Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Give us your hot take.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
On the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Be part of the conversation. 641-1010.
Hey there, all you fun-loving sports maniacs, a.k.a. taco lovers. Don here from Taco Lou. I'm quite proud to say that we have the best staff in all of Duval.
Don't you mean Louval?
Say hello to Lizzie.
Hello, Jacksonville.
I suppose I do mean Louval. Say, Liz, what's your favorite cocktail to make?
The Double Barrel Margarita. It's Herradura, Tequila Reposado, orange liqueur, orange juice, and our homemade sour mix. We call it Lou Brew. Give it a good shake and serve.
Well, thanks, Lizzie.
Come in and hang with me at the bar. Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
If you're looking for custom metalwork, look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Whether it's custom railing, shade structures, or custom entry gates, their expert team controls the turnkey process. From CAD design and raw metal to powder-coated finish and expert installation. When you choose Superior Fence and Rail for your custom metal project, you get a project that's, well, superior. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail today.
The Sunshine State says it all in the nickname. That summer sun in Florida can take its toll on an air conditioning unit and send your electric bill through the roof. Florida Home AC can help you handle the heat with a brand new AC unit with low monthly payments and over $3,000 in federal tax credits on select systems. So this summer, don't sweat it out. Cool off with Florida Home AC, the official AC company of the Jaguars. Call them today, 777-4300, and check out their tremendous savings on a brand new AC system.
You know, I love a health plan, a medical checkup, when the simple question is this. It's not a measurement of this level or that, but how do you feel? And I feel great. I feel better than I've felt in a long time thanks to Integra Concierge Medicine. The energy that I'm carrying throughout the day, the deep, great sleep I'm getting at night, just some of the effects of some of the bioidentical hormone treatments that my doc, Paul Brousset, has available for you at Integra Concierge Medicine. If you think the good old days are gone, you need to call Integra today, 619-3609. These bioidentical hormones are going to show you just how good you can feel. And I mean a doctor on demand with no wait appointments, hassle-free. It is concierge medicine at its best. So find out more and feel better. Don't be constrained at all. 619-3609, 619-3609, IntegraConciergeMedicine.com.
Yo, if you've been following me on my bookie, you will know that I'm hitting for straight cash, homie. It's your boy E.T. And are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using my bookie's sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app necessary. Just click on the link, sign up, and you're ready to rock. Did you know that the average college football game runs about 180 plays? Every catch, sack, and touchdown is another way to hit that straight cash, homie, using my bookie. And when you bet with my bookie, you're not just watching the games, you're investing in every moment of the action. And I'm speaking from experience. A few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting games of the season. So make sure you head over to my bookie. And don't forget to use promo code TenTenXL when signing up to claim that $1,000 bonus on the first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you be active, reach weight loss goals, and find your inner strength while you connect with your community. Family memberships at the Y include unlimited group exercise classes, childcare while you work out, and youth sports participation. It's easy to join the Y and affordable for all. Plus, the Y is a great place to meet a new circle of friends. Visit the Y near you or online at fcymca.org.
New and pre-owned firearms are in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimber, Smith & Wesson, 6 Hour, Beretta, No lines, no hassle. Only at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. The Noles, after losing to Georgia Tech, head coach Mike Norvell identified the need for more explosive plays going forward.
We've got to, we have to be more explosive. We had some missed opportunities there. We've got to create the explosive play.
23-year-old Harrison Burton claimed his first NASCAR Cup Series victory on Saturday at the Coke Zero Sugar 400 NASCAR race at Daytona's International Speedway.
We're in the playoffs now. Let's go to Darlington and see what happens.
The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp were shut out on Sunday by the Nashville Sounds. Following today's day off, the Jumbo Shrimp return home Tuesday to start a 6-game series against the Norfolk Tide. In Major League Baseball play, the Rays took a loss at the hands of the LA Dodgers. The Marlins defeated the Chicago Cubs. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
80 degrees at 9 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We've got to take a step as a football team and not let this one game define the outcome of what our season will be. We get to respond, and here in a week from now you get to play another ACC opponent, and we got to go get better, and it's going to come down to the work and the overall execution of details. Of fundamentals and making that happen here, next Monday.
All right, Dan Hicken.
More history for FSU, by the way. They're in 17th place in the ACC. It's never been there before.
Is there 17 teams now in the league?
I think so.
Yeah.
By the way, SMU's certainly underwhelmed as a new impact program. They almost
nice
lost
comeback,
to Nevada. It was, but come on.
I saw the end of it. I couldn't find it, and then I found it. Here it is.
I watched maybe I switched over after the Braves game, maybe, but I saw most of the second half.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so listen, upsets are bound to come, and certainly FSU found that out the hard way right off the bat. So I'm going to ask you with the expert predictive measures of foresight. I'm going to give you this week's. I'm going to give you 5 choices here. You tell me which one of these games will be the upset. Because there'll be one.
There will be one. One of these 5, there'll be an upset.
Maybe it won't be one of these 5. Maybe it won't, but there'll be an upset. I've got to take ranked teams. Maybe it'll be somebody else, but I'm choosing these.
All right.
First and foremost, listen, water's good. Go back to the well.
Mm-hmm.
Boston College, Florida State.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Upset meter for that one.
0 to 10, I'd say it's a 5.
Okay. Notre Dame and Texas. A&M, actually, Texas A&M's favorite. That wouldn't be an upset.
Yeah. It'd be an upset if Notre Dame won. Then.
Okay.
And I think they could win.
Doesn't feel like an upset to me.
Yeah. I think Notre Dame wins that game, by the way. So there's your one. Upset alert, A&M.
Yeah, that's true.
First game under a new coach.
I'm a little bit surprised. What about Penn State, West Virginia? Penn State's an 8-point favorite.
Yeah,
that has Georgia Tech, FSU vibes a little.
It does. Yet, oh boy, this is a bit. You can't blow this game if you're James Franklin and Penn State. You got to be careful. This is a rivalry game too, right? A little bit. It's not the backyard, but it's still.
It's the backyard.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's Pitt West Virginia. No, this is just almost as heated. Not quite as Pitt, West Virginia, because they're 45 minutes to gamble.
West Virginia's wanting to do that. They
want to play Pitt State. Pitt stopped playing them.
Yeah,
so.
Neil Brown needs that. He got them going a little bit last year. So
I like the game. It's a fun watch.
Yeah. Anyway, I'd say it's 7.
Okay, so that takes the lead. All right. Clemson, Georgia. Georgia, 13.5-point favorites. It's in the dome, right?
Georgia,
I don't think so either.
No. Not this one.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I mean, basically, I've heard Dabo basically came out and said, "Like, if you're 0-1, what are you going to do?" You know what I mean? You can't say your season's over. Like prepping them for what's going to happen. I don't know. It's a tough one.
I don't like that psychology there, but okay.
All
right, and the last one. So Clemson, Georgia, 3.
Yeah, it's much less than a 5, I would say.
That's less than FSU, Boston College.
Yeah.
And the final one, Miami, Florida, with Canes being 2.5-point favorites.
That's 10.
Yeah. Is that the most likely, though, all things considered? This has got to be – this may be –
What is the line on West Virginia, Penn State?
8.5.
Ooh, that's a lot. What is the line on Notre Dame, A&M?
3.
Okay.
A&M favored 3. And then FSU, line may move depending on what, by the time we get there. But right now, 17-point favorites FSU. That sounds like too many to me after what we saw. But back home, they'll get a boost.
Back home, yeah.
And Labor Day night, they'll get a boost. National TV, they'll get a boost.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I remember a dadgum feeling more unknown about an opener than I do about Florida and Miami this weekend. I don't know what to expect at all.
And the FSU game made you that much more confused.
Yeah.
Because you were expecting one thing and you got something else. So who knows? And again, this is, to me, a byproduct of colleges not allowing you to really watch practices too much. Closing scrimmages and less eyeballs on.
You know what the irony of that is for FSU?
Yeah.
This may have been more easily, perhaps it, first of all, could have got your attention.
Mm-hmm.
I think FSU did get, just subconsciously it happens, just got a little bit, they overlooked him a little bit. Maybe not from we expect to win, but when you overlook and you just 100% expect you're going to be able to do certain things, and then you get in the game and they're out physical and you can't do those things, that bit of overlooking has caused you a plan B.
Yoda, were you allowed to watch the entire FSU practice at UNF when you were there? So they watched the entire one.
And it was not good.
You said it wasn't impressive at all.
Yeah.
So as far as the way the DJ threw
so back to Miami and Florida, I just don't know. I don't know which Florida team. I don't know if Florida's better defensively, right?
I don't know which Miami team.
Yeah,
either.
I get it. I don't know as much about them. I'm really thinking about this purely from the Florida standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know enough about Miami to I mean, I know who their players are, don't get me wrong, but Florida, I know specific what was terrible, what needs to be improved, what they're saying is better. And so all I can think of is Mike Norvell saying that FSU has a really, really great dominant team, and then hearing all this stuff that the defense is dominant, and what I've heard all fall camp is how improved the Gators' defense is.
Yeah.
Scares you.
Yeah.
So clearly, whatever you're hearing from inside, to your point, these programs that you can't vet, they can't be true. And back to my point, FSU may have been better off if the whole world could have seen the offense struggling and the defense, right?
Yeah, and saying, hey, we're going through some growing pains.
That's right.
Yeah.
You would have been better off rather than secluding them and talk about DJU is great. He's been playing in all this.
Done everything we wanted to do.
This is a great football team, and we're going to be just as good. And the answer was real quick, no.
And by the way, listen, FSU exploded. FSU Twitter, FSU media, FSU social media exploded after the loss. You can times it by 10 if Florida loses. FSU's coming off a 13-0 team and 13-0 season, and they're all ticked. Well, imagine being 11-14 in your last 2 years and losing your opener at home. It doesn't matter who you're playing. It's a tough road for Billy Napier. I'm seeing this play. I got to give a shout out here. I hate to honor any. I'm not honoring, but do you know who Thomas Odukoya is? Thomas Odukoya.
God, what? No.
Okay, Thomas Odukoya is a tight end for the Tennessee Titans. And on this weekend, whenever they played the Saints, and this is Puka Nakua's brother, I'm assuming?
It is.
So Puka Nakua's brother catches
he's like his rogue, like half brother who grew up with the Water Boy or something. Like I saw the guy's post-game interview. It's like they found him at the truck stop on the way to the game.
Well, Puka Nakua's brother took a kick out.
Samson Nakua, that's right.
Yeah, from 10 yards deep in the end zone, weaved his way around, and he's breaking it in for a touchdown. And Thomas Odukoya said, no, Samson, I watched the whole run here. My man Thomas Odukoya should make the Tennessee Titans just based on hustle. This dude came from the left, went to the right, all the way down the sideline, cut back across the field. So he probably ran 225 yards and got the guy at the 3-yard line. Tremendous effort. So he didn't score anyway. I think it was the end of a half play. I'm not positive. I didn't see it, blah, blah, blah. But they ended up not getting the points or whatever. So anyway, shout out to Thomas Odukoya.
Yeah, he ran him down.
Yeah.
I tell you who looked really good in that game, and again, I don't know the premise, was Will Levis. Buddy, he was zipping it in. I didn't like seeing that. Tom hit Ridley. He looked good. Just calm, composed. They gave him good protection, and he was, I don't know what his stats were yesterday, but the highlights they showed me, look like he's come a long way from the guy that we saw last year.
NFL insider Jordan Schultz.
Okay.
Is he related to Adam Schnepner?
I don't think so. Their names are completely different.
Oh, well, Jordan Schultz says here NFL insider has 309,000 followers, so I'm assuming he's legit.
Okay.
Says the Chiefs expected to sign former Pro Bowl wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster.
Huh. Going back to the well.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Their guys are banged up. Hollywood Brown, we saw, got hurt here. Right? He won't be ready for the season opener, I don't think. I don't know what happened this weekend or if they're not quite up to speed. They got young guys.
By the way,
and Rashee Rice is probably going to they're probably wondering he's going to get suspended.
If Georgia Tech's number 11 had a QR code, I might have sent him $50 on Saturday.
Was that the running back or the receiver? Yeah, the little running back.
Little dude ran hard.
Yeah.
There was like a Haynes.
Yeah, his name's Haynes, and then Haynes King is the quarterback.
Yeah. Jamal Haynes.
No one has bit on this of just how Haynes King is a poor man's Tebow. I could not get it out of my head. And what I mean is he runs for just, he needs 7, he goes 11. He's never going to go 80. He just ran when he had to. He made scheduled plays, throwing off his body. He ran the offense. He plays like a Tebow type, but he would not going to win the Heisman.
He pushed the pile a couple times.
Yeah, he did. And he's a good quarterback. And Brent Key, stood up for his guy. This is the best quarterback in the ACC. And at first, I wanted to dismiss that as coach speak, and then I thought, well, maybe he is.
Yeah.
And if he is, Georgia Tech might go to the ACC championship game.
They might. Cleveland expected to leave Nick Chubb on the PUP list, which means he's ineligible for the first 4 games. Jack's playing week 2, so.
We had people drafting Nick Chubb in the fantasy draft I had this weekend. And I wouldn't.
What was your first pick?
I don't, in the draft or me personally?
Yeah, your first pick in the first round. What'd you do?
I had the 5th pick. I took CeeDee Lamb.
There you go.
Number 1 was Christian McCaffrey. Number 2 was Breece Hall. Number 3 was Bijan Robinson. Number 4 was Tyreek Hill. I had number 5. I took CeeDee Lamb.
Breece Hall was 2. Wow,
they went those running backs.
Yeah.
There's no running backs, man. I mean, if you have a fantasy draft, by the time you get to pick 30, there's going to be about 20 running backs gone. Good luck. We'll see what happens from there.
It will be interesting, and it all starts a week from Sunday, and we got college football coming up on Thursday night. We're ready to rock and roll here.
Yeah.
The Friday 5-pack is back.
Dion is, man, I don't know what his deal, I don't know what he's trying to do, but I can't imagine there's anything positive coming out of what Dion's doing. You alienate the local media. You're presenting yourself as above anyone else's evaluation. It's like you're trying to be unliked. You're trying to play the villain. I just don't understand why he's so, and it's especially bad because Dion for a while you'd think would have learned something from working in the media. You got a job to do. You talk. You think Dion did all those years in media and didn't say anything bad about anyone? The difference is he's Dion, so he'd just double down and say, oh, yeah? And no one could, cut him off from doing his job. This is baloney crap, what he's doing out there, cutting off the Denver Post, and CBS, and who can and can't talk and ask questions of the great Deion Sanders, who's 4-8. Man, I'm starting to develop. Dion had worked his way into my good graces. I liked Dion.
Yeah.
By the time he took that job, I appreciated what he went and did, at Jackson State before that. But this is ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
You look like a fool. You're 4-8, and you're making all these demands and talking all this big talk when you at the Power 5 level, bro. It's a donkey program. You're 4-8, son. 4-8. You don't get to go 4-8 and then sit and just spew your venom at everyone who dares say, "Ooh, he's 4-8." I don't get it, man. But I'm now on the Colorado hate train. I want Dion to go too. I've had it, man. Man, I got a lot of good coaches that get fired for worse, and here you are walking around like you're Nick frickin' Saban. You can't win more than 4 games. FSU fan, not a big fan. Right? He completely alienated himself from them.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, why you got to be a jerk all the time?
He does some good and some bad. I don't know. I just saw he started up this program there where he's helping the football players who have children with a bank account, like 2121. They're getting $2,121 in a bank account to get them started for their kids. But I don't know. Some of the stuff.
Oh, by the way, the Zay, we talk about Zay and about the Chiefs and about going after Smith-Schuster because Rashee Rice is probably going to get it here. I mean, if Zay Jones got 5 for his transgression here, Rashee Rice about killed somebody in a high speed. I can't imagine he's playing when the season starts.
Well, I mean, again, this is the apples and oranges life of the NFL, and it will be interesting to see what happens.
I can't imagine he doesn't get a suspension.
I mean, the Zay Jones thing, well, whatever.
Yeah,
we already covered it, but it kind of came out of nowhere for me.
Well, the Zay Jones is surprising to me because I'm not going by who dropped in there. I have what I feel is an accurate, exact description of exactly what happened, and unless that's not true, it does not seem like a 5-gamer to me. But again, I'm not in that that NFL arm of punishment.
All right, let's keep the nasty going. When we come back, we'll have more.
Why?
Dylan Cruz called up to the Nats.
Okay.
So he'll be up there.
He's playing tonight.
Yeah. And Skeens and Langford, they all said, yeah, about time there, Chief.
Yeah.
Nice year. How's your year going?
Yep. So we got more coming up right here on The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
1010XL Weekly is your one-stop shop for all things Jags, college ball, preps, and more. Subscribe to our newsletter today, and you will be entered to win free tickets to the Packers game this October. Subscribe, just head on over to 1010XL.com and scroll down to the 1010XL Weekly flash page.
Hey, we're wheeling and dealing with my friends at GolfTeeRepair.com. Now, Golf Tee Repair is a site. They don't really fix golf tees. They are doing stuff in the game of golf, affordable golf wear from Jacksonville for Jacksonville ladies and men who love to play. We got polos, T-shirts, hats, hoodies. Gotta see it to believe it, though. GolfTeeRepair.com. All natural materials for comfortable, breathable clothing. GolfTeeRepair.com. Man, it's great to wear this summer. You can wear them to your college football games. You ought to see the Florida shirts they have, the Florida State shirts, the Georgia shirts. They have those as well. And if you type in the promo code Gainesville20, Athens20, Tally20, you get 20% off those shirts while supplies last. And it's all at GolfTeeRepair.com. GolfTeeRepair.com. They got all kinds of stuff. Affordable golf wear for Jacksonville guys and ladies. GolfTeeRepair.com.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
If you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle with lifetime warranty, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Best price, best payment, best trade-in value, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. With a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there is always a little room for wiggle.
Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
VSiN's College Football Guide delivers betting previews of all 134 teams with best bets for the playoffs, Heisman Trophy, season win totals, conference winners, and much more. Only on VSiN. Pro subscribers get the full guide, but you can download your free copy of the guide right now. Featuring a betting preview of the Gators, Seminoles, and Bulldogs at 1010XL.com. That's 1010XL.com. 1010XL.com. Download your free copy of the guide right now.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Hey gang, Hicken here for Zero Res. Man, it is hot outside this time of the year. Many of us are staying inside or going to the pool. Well, my friends at Zero Res are also heating things up. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs. But they also clean luxury vinyl planking, tile and grout, fine stone and hardwood floors. And right now, the hottest price of the year, 25% off all hardwood cleaning. That's 25% off tile, LVP, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Zero Res, man, spell it forward. Zero Res, spell it back. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
College football is coming. Celebrating another season of college football. This should be fun to watch.
1010XL's college kickoff coverage is brought to you by Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Florida and Island Oaks RV Park.
Let's do it on 1010XL. Come on.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Rami Elabu, 309-9077.
Bueller Air & Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, an asphalt marketer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Sheldon Fish. Today's category, air conditioner repair experts in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, I bet it's going to be Bueller.
Your question. Unlike Jacksonville, the Sahara Desert has a complete lack of air conditioner repair experts. What kind of camels do they ride?
That's not really a question about air conditioner repair.
5 seconds.
But that's a camel question.
Pick a camel, Sheldon.
The Arabian dromedary. That's right, Sheldon.
Like the majestic Arabian dromedary, the skilled technicians at Bueller Air & Plumbing can repair any make and model of air conditioner the same day you call, making sure you are cool.
They don't spit, do they?
No, but Steve, the new guy, has a bit of a hump.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
This summer, beat the heat at Best Bet, your premier poker destination. Whether you're a seasoned poker pro or a first-time card player, you'll find a cool retreat from the summer heat with thrilling poker games, big payouts, and refreshing drinks. Join us for an unforgettable experience. Cool off and cash in at Best Bet. The stakes are high, the cards are hot, and your chance for fun is guaranteed. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I think we're on track. I don't think that we're a finished product, or we're still working on some things, in all three phases, but it was a good preseason. It was tough. It was physical on them. I thought they handled it extremely well. It showed obviously in their play. These 3 games, but now, quite honestly, that it doesn't matter, right? It's we have to get ready for Miami.
I'm trying to figure out if this is legit. Yeah, I think it is. I got the rap sheet with breaking news coming out of Jacksonville, Florida.
What do you got? Rap sheet? What do we got?
I got breaking news from the rap sheet.
Better be big.
It's fairly big. It's one that's going to make you go, Things that make you go, According to the rap sheet here, Ian Rappaport, NFL National Insider for NFL Network, NFL.com, 4.6 million followers. The Jaguars are trading linebacker Travis Gibson to the Seahawks in exchange for a late-round pick.
Yeah. You picked him up in free agency, didn't pay him much. Now you trade him, you get a draft pick out of it. The problem with that is our 6th-round draft picks haven't amounted to much.
Well, this was the 3rd pass rusher, Jeffrey.
I know. I guess there's something they have something in the works, you think?
If this is...
They let the Speaks, they waved it, not that he was doing anything. I'm just thinking of bodies. I mean, they let the Speaks guy, cut him, waved him.
Yeah.
I mean, he, former 2nd-rounder of the Chiefs, a spring league superstar.
Let me see if this
Who was that guy that
Is that legit, Gibby? Did I get that right?
Yeah, it's
who's that
it's
dude?
Okay.
Who was that guy that played for Miami who was the CFL MVP and ended up being a good pass rusher here?
Oh, yeah, he's from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name? Cameron
Wake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good player.
Did somebody from the Seahawks get hurt or something?
Don't know.
Linebacker?
It is strange that, and Gibson didn't play. Did he play? I mean, I know he did play.
He made a couple tackles.
He had a really good series against the Chiefs.
What's going on there?
He was on everybody's final 53.
Yeah. They signed him in free agency to be the Smoot, to take the Smoot chase-on role.
Arden Key-like.
Yeah. I don't know. It's odd. I wonder, do they have something else in the works?
Well, they must, or they're going to keep one of their.
I don't know who they love from what they watch.
I mean, I'm looking at Ship. I ship my pants. John Shipley's final 53.
Is this including the Gibson or before?
This is earlier.
Yeah.
He had three edge guys. Mm-hmm. His edge guys were Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker, and Travis Gibson.
Yeah.
He says, I think DJ Coleman has done enough to earn a spot on the 53. But the Jags have two other players, Armstead and Abdullah, who can take edge snaps. Also like Chad Muma as a pass rusher. There's moving pieces.
I did see him send Devin Lloyd a couple times the other night to no avail. He just ran into the mass of humanity and just got swallowed up. That bothered me against the third stringers.
They are going to need some push up the middle, man. But they don't, this is why, again, I don't know. We'll see. The defense was very good this preseason. Again, keep it in mind. But you remember when the Giants won those Super Bowls?
Yeah.
I got to look it up. But
yeah,
they added.
It was Tuck and Strahan and Kiwanuka.
Right.
They just kept adding to that position.
Yeah, and also the Notre Dame guy, Tuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they added Kiwanuka when they had two edge guys.
Yeah, Tuck and Strahan.
Yeah.
And another one, Jason Pierre-Paul. They added a bunch of them.
And a lot of people are like, well, what are they doing? What are they doing? Well, what they're doing
winning
is
Super Bowl. They're
winning Super Bowl.
Getting to Tom Brady.
Understanding the importance of.
What about my guy?
Kiwanuka was drafted in 2006.
What about Otumwe, the dude that I like that had the 3.5 sacks? He's more of an interior guy, isn't he?
I don't know, Otumwe.
Yeah, number 90. I mean, flash. I mean, I'm not saying he's anything, but the guys, of the guys that had sacks, no one had more. Of course, no one had more touchdown passes in the preseason than Trey Lance. And how's that going to work out?
Ship don't have him on the squad. So
yeah, no, I wouldn't. I don't know. Where are they getting it from? Who is that
Eric
spot?
Armstead, Roy Robertson Harris. This is inside guys.
Yeah.
Devon Hamilton, Mason Smith, Jordan Jefferson, Jeremiah Ledbetter.
I guess, did Armstead move outside at all for the 49ers? He didn't, did he?
Yeah, Armstead's, they consider Armstead their
third
third guy.
Yeah, he can kind of go outside.
I get that. Yeah. And Walker can go inside.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
But that doesn't help because we need outside guys.
I get that. However, I don't know. I mean, it's just interesting. So, again, we'll see.
Trent Baalke meets the media tomorrow at 4:40. So,
well, there you go.
We'll get some sort of indication on what these decisions, what are going into these decisions. I wonder how long they'll wait to cut guys. I mean, why are you waiting? Just get them. Let's go. Let's go ahead and start like it's a bye week. Because I know you still have 1 week that you're all about Jag v. Jag, and then next week becomes Dolphins v. Jags. I'm working on the Dolphins today, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm cutting down to my 53. We're going out and we're game planning today for the Dolphins. Why wouldn't you?
I probably do.
Yeah. I was listening to Mike Tomlin and talking about his decision-making and his roster cuts and his quarterback. Like, Pittsburgh can't be preparing for their opener, or Atlanta, as it were, because they don't even have a starting quarterback named.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Doug Peterson.
Maybe what about Hassan
today.
Reddick in play? That's a question on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. I mean, that's a guy who wants, traded, they say. Can you pay him? But you got to pay him.
You got to pay him.
Yeah.
He's not doing like Judon.
You're right.
Like Judon went to Atlanta. It's like, all right, I'll prove it down here. But,
Yeah, and I don't know, and you can't really afford to pay Reddick because you've already paid your alpha dog pass rusher.
And you're going to have to pay Walker
At some point. Yeah, he got a couple years left.
Yeah, Doug is 11:30 today.
Okay. So, so we'll get some answers. Drake May, by the way, last night, was okay, and Jacoby Brissett's got a shoulder.
Well, Drake May came in earlier than they had planned to play him, so I would think that
Drake May be the maybe starter week one.
He looked good enough last night to give him that start. Again, I don't know what the depth charts of the other guys look like. It's probably not as big a deal as we make, though, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
We probably make a bigger deal out of, they're playing their second or their third string. We really do. Now, do teams, when their first string is out there, miss their 4 or 5 impact players? You bet. But outside of that, the difference between the bottom-end first string and high-end second string, is it really that much? I mean, I don't think we should take away any and everything that teams do in the preseason based on, he was facing the third team. I mean, I don't know in which cases those are, but is Miles Cole done much?
No.
The 7th-round rookie, he hasn't, right?
I think they'll
Is he not enough
him
to be on the roster? I'm just thinking of edge that we have in-house. Abdullah has not shown anything in 2 years. Or 2 training camps, has he?
I'm sorry, I was watching this race between Aaron Donald and LaShawn McCoy, and Aaron Donald and Jeans beat him.
Wow. But Shady, you no longer allowed to talk trash about anyone.
Yeah. Oof. Okay, back to, so Gibson traded to Seattle according to the rap sheet. for a draft pick. So,
I mean, if there were some Miles Cole buzz this training camp, it would make sense that, well, they just view him as Gibson.
Right.
But there was no buzz unless something's happening in, inside the workouts that are different. But, no show so far in the preseason
well, I think
games.
the Coleman guy they liked was even better than Miles Cole.
I get it.
So,
this is what they send me. Jeff still sounds like he's sleeping on Abdullah. Yeah. Deep sleep, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Slumber. I'm slumber away on Abdullah.
Maybe that was sarcastic.
No,
right?
this guy has texted me before that he's Ngakoue. Yeah, no, he's not.
Abdullah?
Ngakoue as a rookie had 9.5, 10 sacks, so it's just silliness. Yeah.
I wouldn't even care if they cut Abdullah.
He's the next Unique Ngakoue, this same fella sent me at one point.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen, he said, this started early on. Jeff, I told you back in April when you were complaining about our pass rush, saying we didn't have depth. I told you we were sleeping on Yasir Abdullah. Apologize to me right now.
What did he do in the
had
preseason? He ran into one.
The very first game.
In the Chiefs.
Trayvon Walker basically got it, and he ran into it.
Yeah.
Right. He's the next Unique Ngakoue. That's what he sent to me, so yeah.
Okay.
I am still sleeping on him.
I am
to your
too.
point, Guggen, I'm dead
In fact,
asleep.
you know what I'm going to do right now?
I'm in REM sleep, deep sleep right now.
I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to take a nap in this commercial break.
Just dream of visions of
the 15
Abdullah.
sacks that Yasir Abdullah's going to get.
Yeah, or more likely, will end his Jaguar career over under career sacks right now of what we've seen for Yasir Abdullah. Over under career sacks as a Jaguar. 4.5?
At most.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're right, Guggen. We are deep sleep. Drool coming out of our mouth on Yasir Abdullah. Hope we're wrong.
This is the drill
Come
on
back,
1010
see
XL,
what's,
92.5 FM.
We'll cool down. We'll trend. We'll introduce you to Jaguars today. It's the 2-minute offense when we return.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
Great news, homeowners. Mortgage rates are tanking, and our friends at Loan Pronto have rates start with a 4. Best rate in years, you know that, if you've either been trying to buy or sell. If your current rate is over 6%, dump it now. Lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto's locked in folks recently at 4.99% APR. There's that 4. Listen, maybe you've just got your loan a week ago, last month, or had a years. It's time to call Loan Pronto, because even if you're in process with another lender, you can stop and call and take advantage. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. Lock into a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. If you act now, you can even skip your next 2 house payments. So call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like the other guys. Call 999-1508. It's 999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Hey, sports fans, this is Hayes Carlyon from MyBookie. Oh, Gators, Canes, Georgia, Clemson, LSU, USC, Florida State, Georgia Tech, and of course, Jaguars, Dolphins. It is here, and are you ready for the ultimate football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and Casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just click my link, sign up, and you're ready to rock. When you bet with MyBookie, you're not just watching the games, you're investing in every moment of action. I'll say it from experience, a few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting of the season, because you don't have to bet very much. Don't forget to use promo code 1010XL when signing up to claim a $1,000 bonus on your first deposit. Again, promo code 1010XL. Get that bonus. Don't let that pass you by. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime, only with MyBookie. And don't forget that promo code 1010XL.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in at my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're going to have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage too.
ClearwaterJacks.com. Don't ignore plumbing leaks. They can lead to mold and mildew or structural damage and drain your wallet. So when you have a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 26, 1912, MLB legendary pitcher Walter Johnson ended his 16-game winning streak in a 4-3 loss to the St. Louis Browns.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically, if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari, at Bari Orthopedics.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
It's the end of summer sale with Renewal by Andersen, energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Save $300 on every window and $825 on all patio doors. Plus, zero down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. But restrictions apply, and this offer expires August 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Many of the Jags starters saw playing time in the last preseason game. Head coach Doug Peterson commented on his decision.
You know what? I don't look at it as far as like us versus them that way. I look at it as just like us, right? Our execution.
The Jaguars had a good preseason, according to head coach Doug Peterson, but now it's time to move on.
It was a good preseason. It was tough. It was physical on them. Thought they handled it extremely well. It showed obviously in their play, but now, quite honestly, that it doesn't matter. We have to get ready for Miami.
The Jags officially parted ways with 10 players on Sunday, including reigning UFL Defensive Player of the Year Breland Speaks. Each of these players will now be subject to potential waiver claims from the other 31 teams. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down. with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jax cool since 87.
All right, time to cool down a little bit. I got to cool down from last night's gut punch in San Diego. Oh, drink it in. Oh,
Brace till
discovered
2.5
in 1904 by the Germans. San Diego means
the literal translation is
Wales.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
Agree to disagree.
Thank you.
I'm cooling off on this narrative, okay? Before it starts.
Yeah, sure.
Because I've heard other people say this.
Okay.
I do not think that this was the reason the move was made. And based on just what I've seen in the preseason, I would really argue heavily against anything like this. And that is build up Mac Jones' value so that you can trade him. I don't think trading Mac Jones is a good move. I think having Mac Jones' ability as a backup quarterback would have got you in the postseason last year. If you'd have been comfortable enough with your backup last year to sit Trevor for 2 or 3 right off the bat when he was hurt, and then he's back healthy for 2 or 3 at the end, I think that could have been the difference in 9 and 8 and 10 and 7. So I'm cooling down on anybody selling me on building up Mac Jones to trade him for an X round pick. I'd rather have him in case they need him. Mac had a really good preseason, didn't he, for what you
sure
expect?
did.
I mean, he looked a lot, more buttoned up. That quarterback room, these ratings that we got, these power rankings of quarterback rooms, they did us a disservice. They're not, I don't think, accounting for just how solid Mac Jones would be if needed. So I'm going with there. You want a trend?
I got some New York City headlines.
All right, well, we'll do New York City headlines, and they're brought to you by Integra Concierge Medicine. And headline, read all about it. Man, guys, you can get your energy, your vim, your vigor, your vitality back. So if you think the good old days are gone, you're wrong. With bioidentical hormones and more treatment plans from Doc Paul Boselli, you can be feeling like $1 million real quick. 619-3609 or Integra Concierge Medicine. Let's go.
VIP Access, Blake Lively celebrates her birthday at Taylor Swift's mansion amid It Ends With Us drama. Guest list revealed.
I don't follow everyone's feelings about this and that. I thought It Ends With Us was a decent movie, and I don't know what Blake Lively's done to make everyone hate her.
Utah children's book author accused of fatally poisoning husband to appear in court.
I've learned this. These authors are deviant, man. I keep seeing these authors up to no good.
Authors are grounded for life. Passenger's epic meltdown caught on camera as he kicks airplane door after missing flight. He definitely made it into the Mile Cry Club.
I don't know how. I guess with the headline, I can't do enough. People tend to really show their worst on these airplanes, and now everyone captures it with the cell phone vid.
Sideline, former NBA champ's son needs emergency surgery after getting hit by car.
Don't know who it is.
It's Matt Barnes' son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Some of these. Bronx brutality. Suspect sneaks up on man and whacks him on head with hammer in New York City attack.
I don't know what these trends are, but some people the death penalty needs to come back, man. Like if you go up to somebody on the street and you hit them with a hammer, I'm just putting you right on the chair, man. That's it. No trial.
Back to basics. Catwoman Jocelyn Wildenstein reveals her original face in shocking throwback photo.
Original. Is this the girl that they called the crazy, that they took the photo of when they were talking about the cat ladies?
No, this is the one who's...
Oh, this one. Hold on.
She's had a little bit of surge. I know. Didn't need it. Yeah.
You ladies have got to stop letting society dictate you. Stop it with these cheeks and these lips. You look ridiculous. That was a pretty woman. She now looks like a clown.
DNC's surprise guest turns out to be COVID as multiple attendees test positive.
So a lot of people got the cold then this weekend, you're telling me.
He's a godsend. Teen leukemia survivor meets life-saving donor for first time in tearful New York City encounter.
I can only imagine what your feelings would be for someone that did that for you.
Okay. Authorities recover body of hiker who vanished in Grand Canyon after flash flood. Disturbing the peace, brutal Venezuelan gang violence spills into quiet suburb from the sanctuary city next door.
Yeah, it's just an awesome plan we seem to have in place for dealing with these.
Run for cover, Kelly Ripa reacts to daughter Lolo Consuelo's ditching top in sunbathing photo.
Honey, we need to cover up.
Yeah.
See anything like a mom, they may not noticed.
How schools are fighting cell phones in a war for students' attention.
I don't know how hard it could be. No cell phones. How hard is it to make a rule in today's day and age?
Bianca Sensory covers up in flowy cape during shopping trip with Kanye and stepdaughter North in Korea.
Well, these people, that's all they do, like the Kanyes of the world.
Kim
They just
K takes
bop around.
son Saint to meet Real Madrid soccer players after saying kids want her to date an athlete.
Sure. Well, yeah, she's not done that 100 times.
Cigarette
What do you
smoking
mean by date?
plummets to an all-time low. Just 11% of
I told
U.S.
you this the
adults
other
say
day.
they've lit up recently.
I feel sorry for you poor smokers, man. They treat you like you're axe murderers.
That's enough of what's trending. There is one thing I need to discuss from the life of Dan, and this has become an epidemic. My beautiful wife, Reagan, and I.
BWR.
Yeah, and I appreciate her. And
Anytime the word epidemic has come up, though, I'm
love her to death. But do you get these from the ladies? I get inundated with these. I'm not on the gram.
You're not.
I'm a Twitter guy.
Well, you're missing an opportunity there.
And so.
By the way, this is your Rutgers soccer player.
Yeah. Well, she looked thicker in the on the
Well,
field.
apparently, I've been sent this from inside sources.
Also
Not-
on the
Not
gram.
exactly like that's not what I was envisioning when you told me the Rutgers soccer player was brawling.
But I'm getting a lot of
Okay.
a lot of these from Regs on. She sends me these gram things
from the Insta. She's on the Instagram,
and sometimes they open, sometimes they don't. They're very frustrating, and then she gets mad if I don't look at them.
Okay.
I don't know, is this happening to you at all?
No, my Mrs. P's not sending me anything from the gram.
Okay.
Yeah, I get the Bluncher and that crew. They send me stuff. from the
Googans,
gram.
are we getting gram stuff that we don't really want to open?
This was the gram that I
sometimes
just
they're
showed you.
good and sometimes they're not.
Well, if it comes from BWR, though, you shouldn't have to worry about that.
No, in terms of just opening it, it gets frustrating trying to open it because sometimes they open and sometimes they don't.
Oh, now you're just
and then
being silly.
and then I
Just
get
hit
did you
open,
open
it
it?
opens.
No,
That's-
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
true.
Well,
it's not.
I
true.
get grams, Dan.
You do get grams.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's usually dogs.
I get them. I never have a problem with
Yeah.
Here, watch this video on Instagram of dogs.
Yes.
That's usually what I get.
Okay, yeah. There's gram. We get a lot of gram stuff, and that's fine. But we've been getting a lot of gram stuff.
Maybe you should get a gram account. Why don't you?
I don't know. I got
Or
enough.
is there
to
like
deal
some
with.
sort of requirement if you're on Instagram, you have to post a certain amount of shirtless selfies over the course of a year? Are there standards like that or no? Like I think of the gram as you got to do at least semi-nude at least a couple a year. It's like part of being on the gram. Is that wrong or no?
The Dolphins will be without Bradley Chubb, Cam Good, and Isaiah Wynn to start the season.
Good.
They're on the PUP list.
Nice.
So again, we have dodged the
Yeah, but you didn't.
injury
You
bug.
know who I didn't hear?
What?
I didn't hear any of the following names: Tua Tagovailoa, Tyreek Hill, Jaden Waddle, Devin Achane,
Bradley Chubb.
Yeah, I forget. But Bradley Chubb plays defense. I'm worried about the offense. Is what I'm worried about. I think you could score on Miami even with who they got. I'm worried about though. Yeah,
Trent Williams plans to continue his holdout unless his contract is reworked, placing Week 1 availability for the Niners.
I need to get. Listen, I drafted C.D. Lamb in my fantasy draft without hesitation. I mean, I'm under the firm belief, but maybe he won't be playing Week 1. Am I gonna have to sub him out Week 1? What is the deal with Jerry Jones and those Cowboys, man?
I don't know, but we got lots of
Oh,
things.
by the way, here's another just thing maybe not, cool. The Jets on trading Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm. Mac Jones.
I mean, the Jags on trading Mac Jones for any reason
Who
at all.
wants to trade Mac Jones?
Well, for one, I got a column here. It's the Florida Times Union. You ever heard of them?
Oh,
After impressive performances, Jaguars backup quarterback Mac Jones positioning himself as trade target. That's who.
Okay. I was just curious.
That's from some. That by the way is a Tim Walters. I don't know what Tim's doing down there at the TU. I'm not sure I know him. Hello, Timmy. Who are you? Timmy. Timmy's
Speaking of Timmy.
Well, by the way, the TU is not the TU anymore. It's like the Florida U. You often go to the Metro section and they're telling you about Vero Beach. It's just an absolute cluster bang down there, boys. It's a sugar show at this stage. You go to your Metro. You can now go to the TU some days and read the exact same article on page 2 and page 6 of the Metro. It's craziness.
Dear.
So Tim Walters may actually be from Pensacola or some other place. Okay. What they have done to the Sunday paper, Smitter and Frenny and Demetrius, man, y'all help me, man. What is this nonsense with the Sunday paper, Hick? It's terrible. Oof. Yeah, no, I know. I'm the idiot still gets the paper. I'm trying to be loyal, Hick. It's hard. This Sunday paper is awful what they've decided to do with that. It's almost insulting, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the sports. I'm talking about the full package, buddy.
All right. What were you saying, Gibby?
I was just going to say, he said Timmy, and did you see Tebow? Him and his wife, Demi, they went to the Nice game the other day.
Oh, did they?
Nice beat Bonavita, didn't they?
They sure did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice good this year?
The Tebows were out there.
I don't know. Start to get some answers. A lot of things being kept quiet in camp. Gibby?
Now, the 2-minute drill brought to you by Injury Care Centers. Discover BioTarget Regenerative Therapy, a safer drug-free solution for lasting pain relief. Visit GoBioTarget.com.
Mike Dempsey, instant reaction to the Gibson trade.
What the hell? Who's rushing the passer off the bench? I thought he played pretty well in the preseason.
Right.
I thought he got some pressure the other night. I don't know. This is, you trade a guy like this for a late round pick when you don't think he's going to make the roster.
Yeah.
Right? You don't. Yeah. If he was on the 53, they're not trading him for a late round pick, right?
Have they seen some? Is it like Coleman or one of these cats that
must be somebody that?
What about our old friend Unique Ngakwe? Could he be lingering out there?
He's out there.
I know he is. I'm only being half jokey.
Maybe.
I
don't know. You got to think they got something else up their sleeve. Yes or no?
I
or they?
Hope.
Yeah.
Unless they really. I don't see who showed out. It's not like Miles Cole showed us anything to make us think that he's ready to contribute as a 7th round pick or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe they just weren't that impressed with Travis Gibson. Seattle's made 3 trades in like 4 days. So I don't know. I'd bring back Jan, although Jan always seems to find a starting position for himself.
Yeah.
He waits.
Oh, yeah. Good
somebody
point.
Signs him and he gets to play the majority of the down, so that's not going to be the case here.
He's just kind of a year-to-year guy, old Jan, isn't he?
Jan is going to end up ending his career with like the worst impression per sack in history. If there was an impression per sack, he's got much more impressive sack numbers than I think you give credit for, because apparently doesn't do any of the other things.
Yeah, that's
the guy's double-digit every year.
A big liability against the run and all that, but
just put him in on 3rd down. Who
that's
cares?
what he would be coming anywhere for at this point. You would think. So.
Yeah. All right. Well,
surprising. Anyway,
I would think to y'all's point, did any of us see anything from what they've got in house that would make you think that you can just get rid of who was going to be your third?
Sazy, but he's the defensive tackle. You know,
Atomawa. Right. My guy hit 90.
There you go. But he had 2.5 sacks.
I know he did, and they didn't get a bunch.
So, but they don't play the same position.
That's true.
So I'm not.
They have a play. I wouldn't be surprised to have seen one of the defensive tackles be traded for a 3rd, 4th rounder. They have abundance of really good or good players there.
Who knows? Maybe they plan on playing Eric Armstead outside more too. I mean, they can't. They've got. It's not like he can't play outside, but
It seems like Roy Robertson-Harris has the body type to squeeze out there every once in a while if he had to. I don't know if he ever has here. He's primarily been
weird
inside.
Preseason.
Weird preseason. Sure. Got a little weirder, and you got 2 hours to break it all down.
But he's back with the first team on Friday. Harrison, Roy Robertson-Harris, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, for a guy who was playing into the 3rd quarter in a week where none of the starters were playing to start the other day.
He's an interesting story, too. We'll see what happens.
I thought that's who we were talking about, Roy Robertson-Harris.
We were.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. Have a great show.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Mike and Tony coming up. Confused, and it helps me focus on the next day. It's been the Monday Morning Quarterback. Divorceman only.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the